We in there.
I believe we in there. I think we in there.
It does not seem like we in there.
Yeah.
Are we in there?
Okay, there we go. There. Yeah. Hold on, let me get my new headset on.
New headset? What the?
Yeah, I went and bought some gadgets today. Today was Gadget Day, nigga.
Gadget Day,
nigga. Expector gadget, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I speak for Gadget all the time. Believe me.
Expector Gadget Day, nigga. So I was at Best Buy, and I was at what's that place called? GameStop today. You know what I'm saying? I went to go pick up that Red Dead Redemption for this giveaway we're doing today. Oh, I forgot not. Before this giveaway we're doing today, nigga. So it is what it is. What's up, niggas?
Wait a minute. You giving away a copy of Red Dead Redemption on the stream tonight?
Tonight, Red Dead Redemption, the second copy.
Hey, whoa. Tonight, I officially disassociate myself with the round table so I can jump in the chat and try to win this motherfucking Red Dead.
He said disassociate. Yeah.
Hey, you know, the round table got a savings account, nigga, in case we need games and shit, nigga. We can always pull from there, right? As long as you know what I'm saying. It's nothing.
Yep.
On sabbatical, this dude.
Boys, like with me, man, it's like I gotta try to stay away from what the hell?
Like somebody got a dog fucking gnawing on some shit.
Yeah, and he's shooting him with a machine gun. No, I gotta the big thing that's killing me, man, is Sony always having those flash sales, man, where you can catch games for like $10 and shit like that. So man,
week and shit.
Yeah, they got one today. That shit. They got a big ass sale today. Okay, double discounts and shit.
You can't beat Sony sales, man. Xbox never had that many sales ever.
No, it's because of that, man. I got a backlog that I'll never be able to finish that backlog. Real talk.
Yeah.
Real
shit. We gonna do intros.
Yeah, go ahead, Lincoln, get yours in. You're gonna be the last one in, first one out.
All right. Yo, what's good, everybody? It is your boy Lincoln Clay down with my homies on the round table. We got some hot shit to talk about as always, and y'all know this is the best podcast. Hit that like button, strap on your seatbelt. Let's go.
Let's do it, nigga. Go ahead, Roy. Get your shit in, my nigga.
Raw Flush, Drago Rex, Asian Gambit. We doing this. Let's do this.
Go ahead, video, nigga. Stranger danger, nigga.
What up, there, long time no see. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and shit. You know how it goes. Anyway,
thirsty ass nigga.
Yeah, give me some of your subscribers.
Right. And hey,
you could come through, click the sub button. You could come through, click it.
Hey, fuck each and every last one of you niggas. Don't even check my shit out, nigga.
More important,
I had like 7 of you motherfuckers already done unsubscribed just because I said Red Dead wasn't the best game of the year and shit. Jesus Christ. Niggas are so motherfucking mad at me. My shit made sense, nigga. I didn't like I said it was a bad game. But buy it, nigga.
If that made 7 sub disappear, how many subs we gonna lose after the shit we gonna say about Red Dead tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nigga, niggas might be mad, nigga, today, nigga.
Players United, what's up? Players United, what's up? Hey, Thrash, did you get a chance to check out that little bit of that podcast where I was in there throwing blows with Post Up?
Yeah, man. But that nigga One Stop had me tripping, nigga. That nigga be talking some crazy shit.
Fellas, I got one question.
What up?
Can I finish my fucking intro?
Oh yeah, I forgot white people. Go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead.
I did not interrupt you. I just want to let you know, idiot.
my bad, Trump voter. My bad, Trump voter. Go do you think?
Damn. Pay attention to the chat. Pay attention to the chat.
Very racial tonight.
Y'all get that?
What was it? That was it. I didn't get it, nigga. Go ahead. Say it again.
I said I told the chat to pay attention to the chat tonight if they want to win that fucking game.
Yeah, pay attention to what we say, what we do, what we type. If y'all niggas want to win that Red Dead Redemption 2, my nigga. If you don't got it, don't even pay attention.
You need to pay attention to how we breathe.
We gonna do this shit different. Ain't gonna be no bitch ass numbers for you hoe ass niggas
Right.
All you new niggas here, cuz if y'all niggas is new to this shit, how we give shit away, shut the fuck up. I'll slap the shit out of one of you niggas, cuz, and let you slap the rest of them niggas if y'all telling niggas what we do, nigga, because we don't do this shit for other niggas. You a new nigga, old nigga should be socking your ass up in the corner already. But if you already got it, you know what I'm saying, then don't even trip off of it. But if you ain't got it, or you, because it's gonna be more of a competition for y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Fuck counting numbers. It's a riddle. And the first motherfucker to figure that riddle out, get it. It's gonna be there open for anybody to take. The first person to type in the right letters, nigga, is in there, nigga. If you get that code and you get the letters and the numbers and you hear what we saying and what we doing, niggas, you got you Red Dead Redemption. If not, fuck y'all. Anyway, what's up, my squad? My squad in the building, my nigga. The soldiers for the round table is in the building. What's up, my niggas? Do what you do, squad niggas is in the building. Royal Flush niggas is probably like 2 of y'all in the building. That nigga Vidiot ain't got, he got 600 subs, but nobody likes him, so he don't got none of his squad niggas in the building. He got no baby Vidiots.
Almost 800, sir, not 600.
Oh, sorry, almost 800. You know what I'm saying? That nigga
Diamond don't even both of y'all that's in here representing. You know
Diamond don't even got a channel, nigga. He got at least one Hong Kong. He got at least one.
Representing for the, you know what I'm saying, for your boy. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Clay got a few of his niggas, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to all y'all niggas who here, man. You know, we here to talk gaming, but at the same time, we do want to show the appreciation. The round table's been up for a year. Doesn't even feel like it.
Yes,
been up for a year though. You know what I'm saying? We still going strong. We still arguing with each other, but nobody breaking up like the Weapon Wheel podcast. I'm just telling y'all niggas what I'm saying. Facts. Nah, but like where'd that come from, nigga? Yeah, but what's up, y'all niggas? You know what I'm saying? A few things to talk about. We got Red Dead Redemption having fake HDR. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of niggas talking a lot of shit about the difference between the colors of a game, not realizing that both of them shits was running an SD. Might as well had an Xbox One if you was talking about some HDR-ness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Digital Foundry even talked about the lack of HDR. Did anybody? Does it have? I don't watch them no more, so I don't know.
Hey, you notice how everyone was saying like, "Hey, if you know you turn HDR off, it looks better."
Right?
We've been saying that,
shit.
Right now. Like, now I really like, oh shit.
I don't.
That's right.
I tried it. I don't think I can agree with it because I turned it off and and I was inside this cabin and fires and shit was going on, man, and that shit like looked super bright orange. It was like too damn bright.
Really.
Dude, you can notice a difference. It's just not as much as like other games. Like if you look at Horizon Zero Dawn and you turn the HDR off on that, there's a big difference. But on Red Dead Redemption, there's not much of a difference if you enable it.
Maybe it also depends on the TV, man.
Yeah,
I can tell.
Well, I got one with HDR 10, dude, and it was not a big difference. But other games, it is. So I knew something was wrong with it for sure. I knew something was wrong.
Yeah, I mean. And it looks better without HDR. That's an odd thing to hear because every game I played with HDR always looks better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't understand. Like before I played with a pro, I didn't really understand it. But once I had the pro, I understand the difference between HDR and no HDR. You know what I mean? It's a big factor.
Yeah, because you notice, like I can't believe we played shit for so many years with so many bright and washed out colors and shit like that before HDR came along.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they like washed out and stuff. I still think it looks good without HDR. Like I'm still.
I'm not talking about that particular game. I'm just talking about games in general. You know, before HDR even came out. You know, because like Mr. 4K Upscaler, he did a video where he showed you the difference of what it looks like when HDR is on and off. And when he turned it off, God, that shit looked bright and washed out. He did it with I can't remember what game he did it with, but it was definitely a difference.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, hey, actually, this bring up some. I mean, I know we'll get to the you know, the actual reason why it's fake HDR or whatever the case in a little bit, but this actually bring up a thing that I want to talk about because it's been a while since we talked about it because it's been a while since we had to talk about Xbox One X and Pro because we discussed this shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When this shit was about to come out or when it just came out, right? But right now, I wonder, like, now there's been a few years, what's the ratio of people having 4K TVs nowadays? Because if you don't have a fucking 4K TV, none of this fucking even matters to your ass, and you wouldn't even know if they was bullshitting or not with HDR. Because I wouldn't know. Like a few years ago, I would like a year and a half ago, I wouldn't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? If they lying or not, because I wouldn't be able to see for myself. You know, I wouldn't even know what HDR looked like.
Hey, but keep in mind, not all 4K TVs even have HDR.
I'm saying, yeah, and not all HDR, like, and not all HDR TVs are the same. So there's like all kinds of levels to it. So it would be hard for one person to call it, but if there's like actual factual proof of it and shit, you know what I mean, numbers of it and shit. Because on my TV, I could tell like, man, it looks better without HDR, like clearly. Yep. And that's weird.
Yeah, I noticed it too. I turned my HDR off as soon as I saw Solid Rap's video, and he said try turning it off, especially on the PS4.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question.
This fucking nigga right here trying to be Baby Diver. That's his nigga new name now, nigga. It's Baby Diver, nigga. Diver gonna be hot.
Without the horses.
Niggas need to be.
No, he already set the briefing. Well, we talking about HDR. I think the problem isn't HDR right now. You want to know what the problem is?
What's the problem? What?
The problem is that fucked up checkerboard rendering that they blew out of proportion. That's the problem.
Yeah, they fixing that shit too. They said too, but now HDR is really truly not there. It's already been analyzed. Oh, you already know, nigga. You seen the round table chat, nigga. It's been analyzed rap, nigga. That part right there. The only thing I don't like is that they lied without having to. They could have easily said HDR is coming later in the patch instead of actually having the HDR setting that you set before you even play the fucking game. What the fuck was the point of that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
it does something. It just fucks up the image. It does something.
No, it just all it did was brighten the image, nigga. If you put it brighter, you was washing your blacks out and brightening your lights, or if you put it darker, you was getting your blacks right, but then you was dimming your lights. HDR is supposed to have both of them. You have bright lights and dark as possible. You know what I'm saying? On your dark side. That's what that was supposed to be. But
it's that slavery money. They didn't have enough. They didn't crack that whip hard enough. That's what happened. They didn't crack that whip hard enough. They would have been there.
No, they cracked that shit hard enough. It's just that them motherfuckers was like, you know what? We about to crap the whip on these gamers too. We're gonna have these motherfucking Digital Foundry over here promoting our shit, not knowing what the fuck they talking about. I mean, they didn't even say shit to nobody.
I'm no dev, man. I don't know shit about none of this. Could it be done with HDR? Because this game is impressive as far as like looks, man.
Nigga, I'm impressed. Yeah,
the way it looks, like I mean, it's impressive.
And you know what tripped me out? What tripped me out is that it's more difficult to do HDR on the Xbox. So I was tripping when motherfuckers was saying it looked better on the Xbox X. I traded my X in already. Nigga, the X was already traded in, so I can't test both of them. So I'm taking niggas' word for this shit like, oh, it look better on the X. You know what I'm saying? Because the HDR look better. You know what I'm saying?
But it does look better. But it does look better. But the only thing that looks better is just clear. It's clear. This shit feels like I have a stick. It feels like I'm nearsighted with astigmatism. That's what the fucking game feel like. Every time I play that shit, especially since I play mad close to the fucking screen anyway, it feels like it's blurry as shit. I can never get a real good beat on any type of detail in there. And I'm all about the fucking graphics and detail. That shit look ugly to me. It's blurry. The game is nice. It has a good art style. And I think a lot of people was misconstrued in the art style with actual graphics.
I mean, y'all saying all this shit. Then why the fuck is all the Xbox doing a backflip over this shit? Then talking about because
the numbers. All they care about is what is it, 2160p. That's all they care about, and that the PlayStation didn't have it. They've been looking for the longest to validate their purchase of $500 US. That's it. Microsoft promised 4K for every game, true 4K, no dynamic. And since this game is a high profile game with no dynamic resolution or any other that fuckery, they're looking like, I told you, they using this game. Bitch, fucking Soul Calibur and Tekken 4 Tekken 7 is fucking 1080. It's fucking 400. What is it? 440. It ain't, what I mean? If it was so powerful, everything would have been. It's a fighting game, I don't know, man. It's shit crazy.
Look, bro.
The crazy part about it is, you know, they up there doing a backflip and act like, you know, they some of them jumping up and down like, okay, now we won the war and shit like that. And then I hear some of them. You know, I seen some videos, man, where they was talking about like PS4 cast is salty over this shit. I was like, really?
I'm like, nigga, salty. Why? Like, I don't even. It's not making me. I don't understand. That's one thing I don't understand is why how niggas are saying niggas are salty when people can easily just go buy a PS4 if they ain't got one, or they can buy an Xbox if they ain't got one. There ain't no reason to be salty over a third party game because you can just buy the game. The game pretty on all systems. On each and every system, the game is pretty as fuck. You can't take it away. Just like God of War is pretty on both the base PS4 and the PS4 Pro. Still a gorgeous ass game. You can't take nothing away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, and plus you can't win a war through somebody else's hard work. You can't give a win to Microsoft for Rockstar's win, my nigga. This win belongs to Rockstar. Nobody. But Rockstar.
They just did. They just did. They said, look, if it wasn't for the Xbox One X, this shit would have never been 4K. So he did.
How? That's not a win. That's digital. Man, that's Rockstar. If it wasn't for Rockstar choosing to go do the extra hard work and the extra processing to make it 4K, it wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Xbox One X.
Microsoft did pay them. I'm sure they paid them to put that.
No, they didn't pay them. How? Where you got paperwork for that at? Where, nigga, brief me, nigga. Where you got paperwork for that? Since when is a company paying a company to put a game to sell on their shit that they're already going to put on there in the beginning? They're not going to pay them to make 4K on their shit. Why?
So you're saying that Microsoft didn't hand no money over to Rockstar and said that make our shit look nice because we don't have no developers?
No. Fuck no. Hell, nigga, hell no. They got a marketing deal with PlayStation. If anybody would have did it, it would have been PlayStation. These niggas can't even talk to Microsoft. Nigga, they got a marketing deal with PlayStation. Hell no, Microsoft didn't give them no money. That's over there. Nigga, Sony could be suing niggas if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
I
get
not
happening like that.
Josh is saying because you know, because you did point that out, Thrash, like last summer, I think, how Shadow of Mordor ended up, I think, looking better than the Xbox One X version on the PS4, or was it that situation where it started out looking good on the X, sloppy on the Pro, and then they came back with a patch after all the hype died down on the Pro, and then you pretty much couldn't tell the difference between the two. That was one of your videos.
I think it's fuckery. It's fuckery going on in the background.
So I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't want to jump the gun and say that, but I get what you're saying. That shit did enter my mind. I was wondering if Microsoft, you know, probably dropped them a couple mil to make sure the shit looked better on their system, but it didn't matter because, you know, 68% of the copies still sold on the PlayStation.
But it's still extra money that they could have been receiving. I don't have the proof of that shit, but I'm gonna tell you right now,
stuff like that you'll never be able to prove it because it's always under the table.
Right.
Look.
So you know, I mean, I get what you're saying on that. So bottom line is, I get what you're saying. I'm just not gonna be the one to say it, but I get what you're saying.
Interesting.
Microsoft has always been known to do some underhanded shit like last generation where they said that please don't make it better on the PS3 or else you're not publishing your game on my system. They literally said that shit in the word.
But they don't have that leverage this generation. They don't have that.
But they can still slide. They can still slide that money under the table to give good, like, you know what I mean? You know, like good press for the fucking Xbox One.
So you're telling me, like, I gotta go about how bad for business that is, right? Regardless if money is slipped under the table.
Yeah, I gotta go with Thrash on that one too, because what if Sony told them the same shit and they got they got most of the mind share. If Sony told them that same shit, you know, you probably better listen to Sony more than you better listen to Microsoft. That's a catchy one. That is a catch one. I just can't really call it. I can't. In the words of Thrash, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Hey, but I'm with you, Josh. I do got an eyebrow raised at that shit. I'm just not gonna go all out and say it.
No,
my problem at the end of the day, my problem with the game with Red Dead is not the visual, it's the gameplay. But that has nothing to do with this, I guess. But I'm not knocking it on it for its looks with or without HDR. It's bullshit. They lied though. If they, I mean, they said it has it and it don't. That's just fucked up.
Damn,
That's all it is.
that was rattling bird. That was
Birded you.
It's a good looking game. I don't care what people say. It's a good looking game.
Yeah, it is.
That's what he thought of. That's what he thought about it. He had to burp that shit.
Yeah. Constant. I gotta constantly remind y'all niggas. Pay attention. Red Dead Redemption riddles are being put out as we speak.
Wow.
You can win this. You can win this no HDR having ass game.
No HDR playing having ass
pay
chore
attention.
doing. Shave a dog and a horse in the same day in order to get no points, just to continue the story as game. If you want it, it is there, nigga.
Just remember,
You know
that
what?
shit
I will
started
say
right
this.
after
I will say this.
Trey
I don't want.
fucking announced that shit and explained it to you.
I don't want to shit
That
on the
shit started.
game like that. I get that everybody like it. I get that everybody's in their honeymoon phase. You know what I'm saying? The pussy good. It's good. You know what I mean? Her breath don't stink in the morning. I get it. But I'm really looking at this shit as Red Dead 1 with better graphics, or to be put simply, Grand Theft Auto Cowboys. To me, I don't see how they gave it a revolutionary, like it's revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? What's revolutionary? I don't get it. Side quest? I'm not understanding it.
Dude,
Damn.
check it out. It sounds like to me, okay, and this is the perfect analogy. It's like when you play with your dick every day and you get pussy, it does not feel the same.
Xbox niggas can always.
No,
No, I
Xbox
will not
niggas.
accept that.
Pussy, it's
But
like,
let me ask you this: though, even the most bomb ass pussy, you still gonna get that. You still gonna beat your shit,
hey,
regardless.
that's an instinct game at that point. That isn't because you need it. It's just it's male. It's male instinct.
It sounds like somebody addicted to the internet, nigga. Is what it sounds like. Nigga.
Somebody well, we
That still
understand.
stands. That still stands even at that point.
Hold on. Let me re-explain this shit real quick too, because it's complicated. Look, pay attention to what we saying, what we writing in the chat. It is not that it's a riddle as far as words, but more as nigga. This is the actual code for the game.
It's in there, yes.
That we putting out. We're not putting out no nigga means nigga 17 getting the game like or sentence or something. No, nigga. No, nigga. We putting out the actual code has already been put in this chat. Like that, the whole code
here's the thing.
has already been
It
put in the
has not
chat.
been completed in this chat.
Oh, it hasn't been cheated. Oh, okay. Well,
See,
it hasn't
there
been
we
completed.
go.
Go
We
ahead.
gave you a hint.
I thought it was completed. I thought you did your side. I completed mine.
Not yet.
Okay.
Y'all have to look out for that shit. It's just one more.
Hey, look. Oh, it's for the PS4. Since niggas was always complaining, we always putting out PC shit. Idiot. But if you Xbox, if you win it, and you an Xbox nigga, then we'll get you an Xbox version.
You probably win in
It should be tough
copy.
shit.
This nigga's probably ain't even playing his copy.
Yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have bought this fuck shit. I didn't know I was gonna be doing chores and shit. Fuck that fucking.
Damn, you don't like it like
Hey,
that?
every time I turn it on, hey, I promise you, I turned this game on 3 times and turned it off because I'm like, I seen it was nighttime. I seen it was nighttime because I'm like, fuck, I need to go to sleep and I gotta wake up and
shit
take a
about the
bath.
game is fun, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, don't do that. Like, you don't like it at all. Like, damn.
No, it's not that it's bad. Like the game is
Yeah, I love
disrespectful to your time. It's disrespectful to your time.
Yeah, that's a good way
Like
to put
people
it.
have shit to do.
That is true. They
Disrespect-
are.
It's
Yeah,
true.
they
I'm grown as
disrespect-
fuck. I
They
think that's
all
what it is.
make the
I'm
fuck
grown
out
as
my
fuck.
time. I ain't gonna
I got a girl.
You
I
play
got a girl who
video
demands
games.
attention and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta finish the game before she get there, or she gonna be complaining. I gotta hear shit, which I usually have to hear anyway. But still, nigga, like
No.
it's
Well,
just.
what we-
And it takes time. It takes time to get from A to B.
Dude,
What
you
we trying to
can't
say
say
is,
this,
you
man.
know how like
say
when
this,
they
though.
say like, oh, it's 40-hour worth of story gameplay in here. You like cool, and you play it. You like, goddamn, of course it is. It takes you 30 fucking seconds to skin a fucking goat. You know what I'm saying? Of course it would. I got us getting like 3,000 ghosts in this fucking game. Of course it would take that long.
I will say this. I will say this. The game is really nice. All right. I do enjoy myself when I play it. I do. My biggest problem is that the controls are unnecessarily complicated. Yes. I mean, my fingers are doing fucking Twister to try to get shit going every fucking time. And I'm like, come on, man. You could have, the one button could have did all this shit. Why do I gotta do this? I gotta scrub one. This nigga was scrubbing one leg at a time. Are you fucking kidding me? Scrub your left leg. Scrub your right leg. Scrub your left calf. Your right calf. Your elbow. Are you fucking kidding me? Word. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I feel like if they streamlined some shit down, it would have been a much more enjoyable game. I think they did it on
purpose. That's what I mean.
If you do the deluxe bath, you don't have to.
Y'all out here. Yeah, cold blooded. They spent that much more money to do extra animations on purpose for no reason. Like, you don't think they just trying to like floss? I think they were just.
It's not that there's no reason. I mean,
I feel like
they were self-indulgent. They were self-indulgent. They're like, we're Rockstar.
Yes, I'll give you that. Like, look at this is what we do. We're making it look real as fuck. Like, damn, you making it look too real. Because I'm out here, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm out here walking horse slowly back to their place and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like every time they slow my ass down to walk, it pisses me off.
Yeah, hey, facts, Vera, cuz Sims.
This game is Sims as fuck. It's Cowboy Sims.
Yeah, real shit.
And you gotta
but they're making me listen to the conversation.
I have to be in the mood to play that shit. I can't be like coming home talking about I'm hyped to play this shit. Like, I got
you want to know something? You know what? I want to do outrage right now. Can I do outrage for just a second?
Round table.
Go ahead.
I can't relate to these white dudes. I don't know how I feel like to be a cowboy. I feel like I should have a black person. That's why I feel like right now.
There's a black guy there, nigga. That's a black. He's a black guy that's there, and likely he's gonna
die.
That nigga's mixed.
That nigga is there. He's mixed. He's half. There's some old bomber ass nigga, yo. He's half Indian and black, yo. Get him out of here.
Oh, y'all
we all got some Indian in it.
On mixed motherfuckers for them, man. Damn. Hey, ain't his fault. He mixed.
Hey, I'm low key mixed, nigga. My last name is Thrash, nigga. That's an Indian last name, nigga. But I'm gonna let it slide.
All right, just know that I'm joking. I'm not being serious. Listen.
No, he being racist. Write it up, nigga. He just like y'all niggas said in the chat. That's Diver's jailmate, nigga.
He don't mean to offend nobody except Native Americans. That's all.
Yeah, he just like Diver, nigga. Like Diver come up in here, he talking about how eating crumpets and shit. And now this nigga talking about he can't relate to Red Dead because white people and shit.
Oh, you know I'm sorry. And white people. I'm sorry. Native American and
white people and blacks apparently, but have mixtures and shit.
I want to just let me hear the N word just once with the hard ER. Yo, I gotta say it's authentic.
Hey, but for real though,
that's what they need though. They're low key. I figured it was
different. If you notice, they
oh my mama, I noticed that.
I'll give it to Rockstar. It's very low key racism. I appreciate that because real shit.
I've seen it.
In real life, I'm gonna tell you right now. Most racists do only slip and say nigga with the ER. You know what I'm saying? They only slip and do that. Most of their racism is like low key.
Like make them do some dumb shit.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta scope it out and shit. You can't just catch it.
Red Dead's racism is the damn racism.
Yeah.
Red Dead racism.
One at a time, you rookie podcasters, nigga.
Oh shit! Fucking alligator.
Red Dead's racism is the Davis.
Getting that motherfucker, cuz.
Shit.
See how long it take this motherfucker to skin this fucking alligator. Oh, never mind. I forgot who's playing.
Hey, I was trying to laugh.
I just realized that dead is red, cuz. See, them niggas is smart. Like, they type just dead, but they made it red, nigga, for the whole game name, nigga. Pimping. But still, though, my nigga, I mean, the fake HDR shit is gay as fuck. The game is fantastic. It's just a mixed bag of emotions. Cause like you don't want to do all this shit.
Say that shit. We ain't got no HDR, man. The game lit though. No HDR though. I wonder.
I'm glad
about the HDR.
glad
It's a good game, but they lied to us. I mean, period. They blatantly lied to us in our face. Like,
I'm
no
glad
problems,
that the truth came out, though. I'm glad that the truth came out. They did. I mean, good game. They did fuck up on a couple of things because they were acting like PlayStation people were getting shitted on, like the actual Twitterverse and shit, and just the fanboys.
Hey,
oh, you got the worst version.
GTA 5 came out at a time when I didn't even know what HDR was. So did it come out with HDR?
Listen to the ponies pulling race.
You know the funny thing is, I go on that website. I swear this is like some masochistic shit, yo. I go into that fucking reset era because that's the guy. That's where the digital foundry people are. So I called them out on it. I said, I hope you guys revisit this shit like you did with the fucking Titanfall 2. I hope you do.
For real, nigga. Or Titanfall 4, nigga. I'm just saying.
What?
Titanfall 4, nigga. That's that
4.
shit, nigga. Hell yeah. That shit makes you a bad. Damn. I like how I did that. That number 4 is vicious. That nigga, hey, there's something about that 4, my nigga, that get niggas. You know what I'm saying? That get niggas games. No, hey, next topic. Is at 86.1 million confirmed shipped.
Yeah.
Shipped. But there was a report brought out by Porter Rock. Well, I don't know where Porter Rock got it, but I saw it from Porter Rock.
Oh, of course, Porter Rock gonna report that.
Yeah, that Microsoft has only made 36 million. They only made not even shipped.
No,
they haven't even made them, huh? They haven't even made them, right? It's just like they have the ability to.
All this tells you how many got shipped to them. So for all we know, some of those GPUs may still be sitting in factories that haven't been manufactured yet.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah, it's not even manufactured yet, my nigga.
Yes, because it does cost to manufacture it.
See, I'm looking at this chart right now because I'm looking at this chart right now. And in 2013, they ordered 3.8 million GPUs. First of all, before I even get into this, based on this chart that Porter Rock put up, this is an indirect way of how you can kind of gauge how many units were sold by both Sony and Microsoft through AMD based on how many GPUs they shipped to both companies because they were the exclusive provider. And so, long story short, to date, Microsoft has ordered 36.4 million of these GPUs. And so clearly that is a big gap away from the 40 million that Microsoft claims that they sold. Based on these GPU numbers that they shipped, there is no way Microsoft could have sold 40 million consoles if they haven't even manufactured 36 million of them yet.
Which GPU was it though? Is what I'm asking.
The AMD. GPU.
Yeah, but it's not the same GPU that's in the X and the S and the regular.
Even if they are different GPUs, you think the numbers of the X are really going to tip the scales like that to 40 million?
I mean, no. What? This is a report of what all the chips that AMD have sold to Microsoft.
Microsoft, right?
Yeah. It's the total.
Chips in general, anything.
Like I believe 2012, correct? Since 2012.
So right? for the Xbox One since 2013.
Right.
So the X would even
that's how far the report that they show from.
So that doesn't include
the homie shit in the chat. The truth, you're correct. The report did come from Z originally, but I heard it from Porter Rock too.
I heard it from Porter Rock. I didn't hear it from Z. I watched Z, but Z put out so much shit that I be at work, I be sleep, I wake up, nigga. I mean, that nigga's like sick, except he do his shit in short bursts. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get to see. I haven't seen all of. I didn't see when he put it, but I saw Porter Rock shit, man. I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody credit.
This nigga still throwing out numbers and shit.
Nigga, no numbers, nigga. Relax.
Well, let
me explain. Hold on, nigga. Let me explain again, because there's more niggas in here too. Let me explain again, nigga. Red Dead Redemption Riddle is live and direct. It's going to be one of the most not difficult if you actually get it, but it's going to be something you're going to have to pay attention. That's what I've been saying all in the chat all day, nigga. Pay attention. All right, it's not going to be a riddle like a sentence or no shit. No, it's the actual code. So if you feel like you got the code, go to PSN, type that shit in, and if the first nigga who get it right get Red Dead Redemption. That's what it is. So if I was y'all niggas, I would turn my PlayStation on and type some shit in. If you got an Xbox, write that shit down, nigga. Inbox me, nigga. I don't know, nigga. But you better handle some shit, nigga. Fuck Xbox, nigga. I wasn't going to the store asking for Xbox nothing, nigga. That nigga was like, "Which Red Dead do you want?" I was like, "Bitch, the fuck when you think, nigga." Like I'm just telling niggas that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you got an X and you win it, I Red Dead Redemption for Xbox One X or S or whatever the fuck you got, nigga. I can't get you one for the Switch because fuck Nintendo and you, nigga. So it is what it is. So if you got, you ain't gotta ask us if it's already been done. If you get you a code worth of letters, nigga, and you put that shit in PSN and it worked, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just tell y'all niggas right now, it's not gonna be as easy as us giving it to you in order. Some of us dumbasses did, but not all of us. So you might have to scramble some letters around, but there is we did it to where it's easier for you. That's why it's different individual. If you're paying attention, you can see the code easier if you're paying attention. All right. My bad, Lincoln. Go ahead.
That shit started. That shit started after he announced it and explained how it works.
Yeah.
As soon as that started, then
that's when. If you gotta go back up in the chat, go back up in the chat, nigga. If you gotta, but I've been typing. You know, we each got. I'm gonna just say that, nigga. We each got clues, and I've been typing my shit in the entire time. But you gotta listen to all of us. Pay attention, nigga. Pay attention to what we saying and what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Emoji status, nigga. This shit ain't gonna be easy. Hey, it's already impatient. It's already impatient. The whole code not even out yet, nigga. But it's getting there, nigga.
This whole time, to be honest with you, I was putting them in the high 30 millions. Like real shit, I was putting them in the high 30 millions. I was thinking maybe 38, 39, maybe tipping 40. That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking about remember EA had leaked some numbers out earlier this year. I think they had said that Microsoft was sitting on about 33, 34 million, and Microsoft said no, that's not true. They sitting on more like 40 million. Don't look
Microsoft said that?
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that.
Because EA revealed those numbers to their stockholders.
And they said it was incorrect. No, they didn't say the exact numbers. They said that was incorrect, which is true. It is incorrect. It's a lot lower. You see how they did that shit? They never said the actual number. Remember, they said that those numbers are incorrect, which is true. If you go back and look at their exact quote, they said that the numbers that they put out was incorrect. They never said there was lower. They never actually gave an actual number either. Fanboys actually came out and said it was like 40 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I do remember that. But here's what I'm saying. Like I never realized how bad it is because I thought it was in the 40 millions. Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people don't keep their console. A lot of time, motherfuckers like gave it up, throw it in a pawn shop and shit. Go to any pawn shop anywhere in America, you will see a few PlayStation, a few Xboxes, right? That's across the board for both, consoles. It's just the way it goes down. You know what I mean? So you gotta factor that in. You gotta factor in the fact that a lot of motherfuckers buy multiple Xboxes and all that shit. So if they only bought that many chips, how many have they made and how many has really been sold and it's in homes? You know what I'm saying? That's actually being used and shit. Because we can do that to PlayStation as well. PlayStation ship 86. That means realistically they still probably 3 sold probably. Probably 83 sold, 83, 84.
Listen to this disparity in the numbers.
They already came up with the numbers.
So in 2013, Sony ordered 4.5 million of these GPUs. Xbox One ordered 3.3 million. From there, from 2014 up to the present, Sony ordered no less than 19 million of these GPUs, whereas Microsoft from 2014, 2015, 2016, that was averaging around 7 or 8 million GPUs. But in 2017, it took a hard ass drop down to about 4 million, and then another 4 million in 2018. So like 2013, they had 3 million. 2014, 2017, they had 4 million. In 2018, they had 4 million, while Sony was still, ordering around 20 million each year.
Well, I mean, of course, I mean, at the rate they're selling, of course, that's how it look. I mean, but the thing I'm saying is, like, if you only have 36 million as far as the amount of chips that you bought, that means you can't really have that many built, right? Because it costs money to build those.
Right,
it costs more money to actually build a whole Xbox, right? So how many of those chips that's not been used? You gotta subtract that. You gotta subtract the amount of motherfuckers that actually buy multiple console, and then you gotta subtract the amount of motherfuckers who like gave up their Xbox later. You know what I'm saying? All that shit add up. Like, how many numbers do you really have?
Right. The shit I'm factoring is if they've ordered 36 million to date. As I was saying, there's probably still some sitting in the factory that haven't been manufactured yet. The consoles haven't been built yet, not to mention how many is sitting in stores across America that haven't been sold yet. So,
no, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. Like, now these numbers are actually starting to like line up with other shit, because now we're like, okay, so because there's such few numbers of like Xbox in the wild in people's home that they actually playing, no wonder their games don't really sell like that. There's nobody on the fucking platform to buy shit.
Right, and that goes back to my theory of what I was trying to say, that Microsoft don't put no money into these games because nobody's buying them. Now, the Xbox tried to throw that shit at the Sony people about Spider-Man selling 3.3 million, but it was like, yeah, but there's 80 million PlayStations out there. And I said, okay, so let's break that down for a second. That 3 million on Spider-Man probably only accounted for about 3 or 4% of how many PlayStations is actually out in the wild. If you took those same measurements and threw them on the Xbox with, say, 34 million, and the game comes out and only sells 4% of how many Xboxes is out there, and then let's say Microsoft goes off and spends,
that's a losing proposition right there.
Yeah, and then you have a situation where Microsoft probably went off and spent a shitload of money. If they spend a shitload of money like Sony does, 50, 60, 70 million to make a game, and you got 36 million, 34 million consoles out there, and that game only sells 2% of what's out there, you took a hard hit. That's why Microsoft don't put out any exclusives anymore, because they're not spending that kind of money for a game that is not going to sell.
So I remember me and Vidiot had this conversation a while back, and we did kind of like armchair, you know what I'm saying, calculations, right? And we kind of got to the point where it's roughly about 1 out of 7, 1 out of like 6-ish PlayStation owners would buy a certain exclusive. Like, we did the math for Horizon, right? And that's what it ended up to be. So if let's say it's 1 out of 7, I mean, there's like within about 2 years, 2-3 years, I believe, of a console of the game being out. This is what we came up with. Like, as far as Horizon was like what 1 out of 7 PlayStation would own it. That's the ratio, right? So 1 out of 7, the PlayStation is about 80-something million. So about 2 years, every game should be at what, roughly about 7-point-something-8 million, right? So of course Sony could sustain themselves by doing that, but Microsoft, I mean, if they're doing the same thing, 1 out of 7, how many? If they're only at about, let's say, I mean, what do you guys say their actual number is at this point? Like, actual in-home. I'm not talking about sold at this point. I'm talking about in-home, because PlayStation might have 86 shipped, but in-home is probably more like high 70s. Real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people gave their shit up and all kinds of shit. Just because they sold that much doesn't mean it's in.
If you're talking about in-home, are you referring to, like you said before, how many might be sitting in pawn shops? No, you know, how many of them
how many console would there be a game attached to it if it's possible? If a game come out, how many console possible? If everyone that owned at least one copy of this console come out and cop it, how many is that? You know what I mean? That's the math I want to do, because that's the only thing that really matters to the people who put out the games. You know what I'm saying? If let's say I'm a third party, you know, developer, and I'm making the game, I want to know, if I make this fucking game for your console, I want to get to as close as the numbers as possible. How many consoles?
Well, I know 2 people.
Possible. You know what I mean? And we subtract
all
the fat.
And,
right?
And the developer probably has to keep in mind, take into consideration whether they make it a single player campaign or a multiplayer game, because we definitely know single player games don't sell on the Xbox because Phil Spencer brainwashed them into believing that they don't matter.
Well, I know a couple people that traded in their system. I know a couple people that traded in their system, the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. So if I were to take a guess, I would say maybe about like 10%.
You think that 10%? You think that high?
Yeah.
That's a lot of millions.
I know. So if it's at 80 million now.
Crash. Who is this person? Who is this unidentified person we got in here?
That's big money.
Okay.
He said unidentified person.
He making sure ain't no dicks gonna pop up on the screen and shit.
All right.
Pick up unidentified.
Yeah, that's that nigga big money ass.
All
right.
Big money. I ain't seen you in a minute, big money. God damn.
Hell yeah. That nigga not even. I guess he not even. This nigga not even ready yet.
Yeah.
Should I play Black Flag?
But in any case, all these speculations that we coming up with about what might actually be out there in the wild, it looks bleak.
Well, it doesn't look. It doesn't even matter. Like, here's the thing: Microsoft should have made compelling games to sell their console. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. The camera, was that compelling?
No,
that was.
I think they want to get gamers off of their console. I think they want to get gamers. They want to have gamers to say, okay, I don't even need to buy the next Xbox. Let me just make sure I get Xbox Live. That's what they really want.
Yeah.
If you think about it, they're not making money on consoles. Like, they're not making them, selling them, making them nothing. They don't make money off of that shit. So they want to get rid of that part and just have gamers with Xbox Live.
So they are losing money by the boatload.
And because of that, because they are basically eliminating for you the need to even own an Xbox, how can anybody actually believe that these Xbox Scarlet consoles are going to beat Sony? Also, because of you just saw those you heard those GPU numbers.
Hey, Lincoln, let me ask you a serious question, right? What makes you think that not everybody's going to jump on the Games Anywhere program?
What makes you think everybody is going to jump on it?
Because every other major company except for Sony and Nintendo are doing it now. Apple's getting ready to do it. Apple's getting ready to make a partnership with Microsoft to play Xbox games.
Whoa, back
that
up.
Sounds like a saturated market to me, man.
That sound like white people getting together to do things.
No. I'm just telling you, gaming.
No. Wait a minute. So you're asking me about cloud gaming, right?
Yeah, everybody's going to be doing that. You're going to be able to play PlayStation.
Everybody's going to be doing it. That does not equate to a shitload of sales from Microsoft. In fact, it's going to be a tough battle for them.
No, the same thing happened with VR. Everybody wanted to jump on VR. I mean, they say that VR is going to be the next big thing, but look at this shit now. No, everybody jumped on board with it, and
listen, nobody makes money off of hardware, man. Hardware sales don't mean shit. It just means that
they don't now.
Right. But if you're offering a game, say it's a first party game, okay, and everybody, mobile, computer, everybody's playing it, and then you're applying microtransactions to those first party games, you are making money. You see what I'm saying?
No, see, but look, yeah, you're right. And you're right, Biddy. Let me tell you how it works. Because this is how it really
I'm talking about the console part. I'm saying, like, okay, explain to me how anybody thinks that the Scarlet traditional console has a chance of, beating the brakes off the PS5 the next generation. That's what I'm asking.
No, but they're not going to compete at all.
No,
like,
look,
because they're making it to where they're not going to compete. They're getting everybody used to this saying of, well, it's everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go by not how many consoles, they're going to go by how many people are playing on Xbox Live. That's what they're going to fucking talk about. They're going to talk about, this many players, like they do it now with the Games Pass. This many players are playing State of Decay. Don't mean that many people sold it. Hell, like half of those motherfuckers was already game sharing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That they let you game share fucking Games Pass. So they counted all of that shit. Yep. What they want to do, the main problem I have with this is that people think that Sony is going to follow Microsoft and Apple or whoever the fuck in this shit, and they're not. And the reason that they're not is because they are number one at consoles. That's like Nintendo just up and giving up on handhelds, even though they number one, and now want to chase streaming. They're not going to do that shit. Niggas are going to go with what they're best at. Microsoft is going at what they're best at, and that's streaming. That's the cloud. Azure is the biggest cloud company in the world. So of course they're gonna go that way because that's what they're number one at. Sony not gonna follow them to be what, number 17? That means they're gonna be under Apple, they're gonna be under Amazon, they're gonna be under Microsoft.
Yeah.
Why would they put themselves in that position? They are not.
And
they already have us. They have us. Are you buying it? Are you buying the next PlayStation? Is everybody here buying the next PlayStation?
I know I am. Now look,
so it's like, what's the point? What's the problem then? You know what I'm saying? Like they already have their people.
Thrash, to add on to what you saying, Thrash, let me throw this in this example at you. And you got 15 restaurants in one town that's all selling burgers. Well, 13 of those restaurants decide that you know they're going to go a different route and sell something different. They're going to start selling, you know, chicken or something like that. That means the 2 restaurants that's left that's still selling burgers pretty much has that market to themselves. So if if everybody goes this streaming route, Sony still has the traditional console to market to itself now. So I don't know where this notion is. I don't know where this notion is that Sony has to get on board with everybody else. I don't know where this mentality came from.
No. It's not a mentality. They don't have to do it. I'm just saying.
No. Of course they'll do it.
Here's my point.
PlayStation will do it.
Here's
it's
my
just
point.
Not their main focus. Of course,
right.
PlayStation will piece of that
They will do it because there's money in it.
What's your point? What's your point, Betty?
My point is that if a company makes money at doing something and then another company jumps on and does it, then the other companies are like, damn, these guys are really making money, so let us dip our hands in there. You see what I'm saying? Now they may put their own little twist on there and limit certain things, like say first parties. We'll put everything under but our first party games or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They already doing that.
Everybody will eventually jump onto that streaming service because the internet.
It's not. Look,
Sony's already doing it.
The streaming service is not ready yet.
Microsoft is just trying to make it their number one outlet.
Right. Well, they're a software company. I mean, it makes sense.
Sony's giving it to you as an option. So, you know, so this mentality that they got to follow everybody else and do what they doing, you know, since, you know, and they the number one leader in traditional councils. So why do they have to, you know, break away from what they do?
Simplistically,
it ain't broke.
To put it simplistically, let me just do this. To put it simplistically, let me just do this. All right, like I'm winning right now. I'm winning so hard, but let me stop doing what I'm doing and copy off of these motherfuckers. I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm winning. I'm winning real hard. But let me stop all my business plans just to go over and try somebody else's business plan.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, but the argument here.
Listen, I get you, but you're winning this generation. What if Sony? Okay, now this is figured.
No, I understand what you're saying, Vidian, and I do agree. I'm not saying that Sony's not going to do it at all. They're already doing it. They of course want a piece of that pie. But they're still going to do what they do best.
Some of these PS5s is already sold before they even announce it, just based off of customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. They already sold them right out the gate.
Not me, cuz. Not me.
Yeah, that's corporate slavery.
You can call it corporate slaving, whatever you call it. But like,
you know what you're getting at this point.
Hey, but I'm still gonna go ahead and buy it because Sony has delivered this generation. Microsoft has not. So why should I just assume Microsoft gonna throw a bunch of shit at us next generation?
I don't think they get what you're saying, though. What is going on?
What was that?
So, like, if you want to call it corporate slaving, I'm just throwing that out there. That there is going to be some people that are going to buy a PlayStation 5 based on their experience with this generation, based off of customer loyalty, based off of customer satisfaction.
No, I don't think they get what you're saying. I don't think they get what you're saying. When you say that PS5s have already been sold, right?
Yeah,
it sold it to me because of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I need to play that. The sequel is not going to come out for the PS4.
Facts. The Xbox One. I bought an Xbox One. I bought an Xbox One. Now we know that shit is trash, but I still bought it for Quantum Break because I didn't think it was going to be trash when they showed this shit. But I wasn't going to buy that system because I wasn't standing by DRM and all that bullshit at all. Even if they fixed it, but I was like, fuck, I might bite the bullet for that game because that game had potential, and that's why I bought an Xbox, period. And that's why that motherfucker just still sitting there. And they get Quantum Break had about 30 minutes before I never booted my shit up again. You know what I'm saying? Like but that's the importance of having exclusives. But see, Microsoft is buying all these companies that's not good at making exclusives. They want to. He wasn't lying about saying he wanted to have the best first party team. That's what the fuck he's gonna say. No, he want to have the biggest first party team. He want to be able to launch this streaming service with as many games on that service as possible, to where they don't got to pay more money to have people. Like right now, the problem with streaming is you got to pay licensing. That's why PS Now don't got all PS3 games, why Xbox don't got all the games, because licensing problems. They own the less problems they have to pay for licensing. They just have this shit straight up on their system. That's what they doing. That's why they bought all these motherfucking places and shit. They didn't buy these fucking teams. Like, look who they bought. They didn't buy nobody that's competing with even PlayStation second tier niggas.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They bought a bunch of AA, damn near indie studios.
Yeah, AA studios.
And with that being said,
or studios that was already making games for them. Period. Either or.
Like I said before, bargain bin studios. Look,
and you're gonna get bargain bin games from these studios.
All of them ain't bargain bin, bro. Come on now.
But big money. Yeah. With them getting ready to go to this cloud gaming, and they gonna be based, and their money is gonna come from subscriptions. Do you really think that Microsoft gonna go that route that Sony did and be building games where they spending $60, $70, $80 million and pumping them out the way Sony does? No, they not gonna drop that kind of money. Microsoft gave that shit up after Quantum Break failed.
That, you know what? I think that one studio they made up, the Initiative. I think that at least two of those they purchased, man, they gonna make AAA games. I don't know if they gonna be $70-80 million.
No, they are
games.
No, I believe
we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the new people.
Like the playground games is somebody who was already making exclusive games for them. The Halos and the Gear niggas gonna still do their shit too. But the people that they're picking up and bragging about, if you look at them, even Ninja Theory aren't full AAA high level standard motherfuckers. Dude, you know what I'm saying? They're not better than some third party, you know what I'm saying, developers. But they doing this shit so they ain't gotta pay that money in the long run. They can buy these developers for cheap. Even if these developers leave, they can still just sit there and take their licenses or whatever and have that game on their $9 service a month. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, Thrash. Since I believe that since half these developers was brought in to make some cheap ass mobile games, because Microsoft has a goal of reaching 2 billion gamers, and we said this before that I think they're gonna have to attack the mobile market in order to have a chance to reach these 2 billion gamers that they talking about. With that being said, they're gonna have to make Candy Crush type games. Do you really think that they would bring in a bunch of AAA developers and be buying them up left and right, only to have them make $3 games?
Hey, if you believe for any point in time that this cloud service is going to work out for them, it's not ready. It don't matter what kind of service the service they got. They have Xbox, the original Xbox One blade like server, like chips. Even, you know what I mean? Like, I get what they're trying to do, but they're not reaching that, and then nobody wants to fucking play a game. Let's say it was perfect, no latency. Mm-hmm. Nobody's trying to play that fucking game.
Hey, let me
on a fucking phone.
Hey, Big Money. Hey, nigga, mute your shit. Why you eating this shit? Nigga out here crunching this shit.
Fighting demons with fucking Dante fucking motorcycle swords.
Hey, let me ask you. This will pretty much sum it up. Name the platform that makes the most money.
You can hear that in the background.
Name the gaming platform.
All your shit.
You said
watching dishes and shit.
No, we heard all of it.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on.
The free-to-play game that's made the most money.
There you go.
No, I said name the platform that makes the most money for gaming.
Probably mobile.
Exactly, mobile.
Okay.
So if you put your games on mobile, aren't you going to generate more money?
No,
of course.
Those are specific games. They are specific games. They're not regular games. They're very specific.
You're not gonna get somebody to spend. I just don't see how Game Pass is going to thrive like that.
Dude, if Google Store is thriving and making billions. I mean, what makes you think that Microsoft?
They're making billions off of games that are made specifically for cell phone games.
Right.
for cell phone people. You can't take Gears of War. You can't tell me somebody gonna have fun playing Gears of War online while streaming.
Hey.
Like streaming it on your phone. You know how much
play Grand Theft Auto 3 on a mobile? Could you do it? It was playable. You can play Fortnite on a mobile.
Okay,
Yes, it is playable, but those numbers are not close.
Well, we know good and well
Microsoft is not gonna. Fuck that point. No, let me tell y'all niggas the real point of that. What I'm saying, my nigga. Yes, you can play fucking Grand Theft Auto on that shit, my nigga. You can. Lovely too. But are you playing a competitive online shooter on a fucking phone, nigga? Are you gonna do that, my nigga?
Yes,
Fortnite.
You're
gonna play.
How about this?
You're gonna stream Fortnite. Are they streaming Fortnite now? No. Is it streamed or is it native?
You can
Microsoft shit is streamed though. You know what I'm saying? So are you gonna stream these fucking games? Are you telling me right now that's what you're gonna do? You're gonna stream these games playing online. Nobody's gonna fucking stream these games online, dog. Nobody's gonna fucking do it, and it's not. They're not even gonna have Fortnite. They ain't gonna have a license.
Here's the issue that I have with the logic of, well, the mobile market makes the most money, therefore you put your games on the mobile market, therefore you make money. Here's the thing, man. It doesn't really work like that. They're called niche marketing. You know what I'm saying? There's niche for everything, right? There's a reason why mobile gaming costs the most money. The reason why mobile gaming makes so much money is because motherfuckers can't sit still for like 10 minutes by themselves and look at trees and birds and shit. They have to be constantly doing something. Otherwise, they lose their mind. So when they lose all their life in Candy Crush, they're going to spend that whatever amount to get some more hearts and shit, to bust up more whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You feel me? That's why. But when you put like console games, if we're saying if they're going to either making console games on like streaming possible, it's going to be garbage because it's a console game. And you're talking about playing console game on the go, you're going to bring that controller with you? Is that what you're telling me? Or you going to,
you know how many batteries you're going to have to manage? You know how many batteries
all this shit y'all say plays into my theory that half these developers was brought in to make mobile games.
No, yeah, they in there to make third-party games.
And I'm not saying there's no market for that, but the issue is the market for that is called the Switch. It's already out there.
Okay, Royal, check this out. Check this out. You work in marketing, right?
Right.
Okay. So, what is the point of marketing?
To sell people shit.
Okay, and the more people you sell shit to, the more what?
Right. Now here's the issue.
It's all about money.
Yes, here's the issue.
No, but you're looking at the wrong market though.
No,
exactly.
The more money you're going to make.
Your market is wrong. You're looking at the wrong market.
Is wrong.
Dude, are you telling me that they're not going to get any new customers by putting that shit on mobile?
Okay,
let me ask you a question real quick. Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Let me explain something.
Let me ask you, how many console gamers, because of this power craze now, how many console gamers have put their consoles down and went to the real power of PC? How many console gamers?
I'll follow that up with how many have not.
Real simply, idiot.
What?
Real simply, all right? There's no Bentley dealership in my city. You know why?
Probably because nobody wants one.
Ain't no market for it.
What you mean? Who don't want a Bentley, cuz?
Look, I don't.
Insane.
I don't want that payment.
Exactly. There's no market.
Exactly. It's a market. It's a part of the market.
Enough to have ballers that like to buy Bentley like that. A fucking Bentley dealership would never last here. Same way with everything else in life. There's a market for everything. If you put Gears on a mobile market where motherfuckers sitting there on their phone playing Gears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think motherfuckers play Halo like that? Is that how you play Halo?
No.
I feel like the reason why mobile games do so well is because they're time wasting games. That's all they are.
Bingo.
People get addicted to it.
Bingo.
That's all it is. They're time wasting game. They're Candy Crush. They're fucking like some random version.
Quick hits.
Right, some random.
They're like games you can play for a little bit, put it down, and
you
go.
get snippets. You get snippets, little bite-sized shit.
You know
Candy Crush, Spades. Spades, solitaire, all that kind of shit.
And then when you run out of lives, you're like, fuck, I can't sit here and actually, try to figure out my.
Damn, they got a mobile spade game? I didn't know they had a mobile spade game.
I gotta do something constantly, so they buy more shit.
Yeah, I got a spade game on my phone, and I play against live people.
Guys, what about the people that have like an hour commute on the train to go to work? What about the people that work?
Are those people going to pull their phone out and use all their phone battery to play that shit? Why not get a Switch? Switch had its own battery. My nigga, like why
phone chargers, man?
Not to mention, there's no guarantee they're gonna have a signal good enough to have a good experience trying to play Gears of Halo on their 1 hour commute to work.
On the L train in Chicago.
No matter what Microsoft does,
that game is over, nigga.
Sitting on the L train in Chicago trying to catch a signal.
You're not even on Wi-Fi, nigga. That means you're not even on Wi-Fi.
Shit.
How many fucking people? How many people work at a place that has Wi-Fi in it?
Everybody.
That's what I thought.
Right now. Nigga, we talking about the train right now.
Dude, whenever you're on a train, on the L train, I know they got Wi-Fi. They implement that shit.
Okay, so all the people.
And if you tap into their Wi-Fi, you are going to have a whole experience if you're trying to play Halo on the public Wi-Fi.
Hold on, y'all. I can't hear nobody. I mean, it's like 19 people talking.
That's true. You're right, Big Money. But at least I'm not making a play, eating and arguing with my girl at the same time.
Crazy.
I'm just telling you, y'all need to quit arguing like this gen's logic and shit toward next gen, because we don't even know what the fuck it's bringing. You know what I mean?
No,
but the same thing. But the same thing happened. The same thing happened.
We can't take that. We can't take that logic. But everybody seems to. But the narrative seems to be that Sony better get on board, or or they gonna fail. So how can people say that kind of shit? You know, so
and they can't get on board. They already been doing it. They've been streaming.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they'll start doing like.
Here's all I'm saying. Here's all I'm saying, right? Yes, they might reach 2 billion gamers if they go to the mobile market, but what if those 2 billion gamers ain't into you like that? Then what?
Are you going to tell me 2 billion of those 2 billion gamers are not going to be into it?
Hey,
no, you don't understand. Like, what if they just not into you? Like, no,
let's say a third of them. Let's say a third of them are. How many million is that?
I don't know.
You really think a third of them are?
These are a whole bunch of what ifs. These are a whole bunch of what ifs. These are a whole bunch of what ifs.
Yeah, that's what you guys are is what ifs.
No,
a whole bunch of what ifs. Nothing proven. Just what if.
Look, I understand, but any new business ventures is based around what ifs. So I can understand that. That's just what you have to do. It's a new business model. So it's all based on what ifs at the end of the day until we can actually have a decent amount of time to look over it and shit. Right now, we don't really have like enough data on it to figure out what usually go down when you stream shit and stuff, because no one done it like that really. Mm-hmm. Sony hasn't.
But they had it before. They had it with PlayStation like now.
I think
I'm saying, but PlayStation now hasn't been around forever and shit. It's just recently been around and shit.
And on live. They had it with on live as well. And they all failed. We have documented proof of this shit not working. Microsoft is not going to magically make this shit work. And I don't know if you ever tried to play a mobile game on a fucking train where you have 3D space. You get fucked up. Try it.
Look,
I don't play mobile games like that.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, guys. One point that motherfuckers is forgetting, that the importance of keeping Xbox alive, my nigga. If you support this, then you support the death of Xbox, my nigga. And I say that because everything that they are doing is anti-Xbox. They're using the Xbox to usher in their new thing. They're not gonna. It's not gonna make Xbox better. What's the importance of having a user base on the Xbox? It's to have third party get exclusives on your shit too. Or just period, like anything, like Microsoft. How is this service going to help the Xbox? It's just how? Like, what is it going to do? Are you going to play Xbox on your phones from now on? Are you not going to buy an Xbox?
Dude, Xbox is a brand. It isn't the box. Xbox is a brand. Just like the PlayStation is a brand.
It's a brand, nigga. But okay, are you going to play that brand? Are you going to play that brand on the cell phone? Because that's where all the attention is going.
Hey, check
wait, video. Video, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Video.
I'm gonna let this nigga answer my question. Nigga, hold on.
I'm just gonna say, if Microsoft gives me the option to play Forza 4 at work on my cell phone at the same quality that I'm getting on my Xbox, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Sound like
you're not gonna you just go with your cell phone then.
Well, it works. It works. When I'm at home,
I mean, because he said because I said the PlayStation 5 is already sold for me, and he said that sounded like corporate slaving to him. But he gonna go ahead and buy Forza on the cell phone
Dude, I already own a cell phone. I already own Forza.
So you're not gonna buy
Hey,
it.
video.
What's the point? What's the point of? That's what I'm saying. Everybody owns a cell phone.
Dude,
What's the
point of
fucking
owning
point of
an
owning an
Xbox?
Xbox?
I can play it at home on a bigger screen in 4K. I'm not going to get that on my phone.
But
Hey,
if they're
video.
playing-
But if you have a smart TV, wouldn't you be able to get it on your smart TV?
I can't at work. Are you listening?
No, but I'm saying, why would you? That's what I'm saying. Why would you need the Xbox at all? Wouldn't you be able to just stream it with your TV without the box?
everywhere else,
But
but
he's saying he's cool with it. He's saying he's cool with it.
Yeah, you
So
could.
there's no point in having the box at all.
everybody got a PC
No,
at
there's no
home too.
point in
Right?
having the box at that point. No.
Isn't that
You know,
right? That's what I'm saying. This is the death of Xbox, my nigga. Like this shit
Oh,
right here.
no.
The box
It's the
itself.
death of a
He's saying the
plastic,
death
ain't
of the
the
box
death of
itself.
Xbox.
He's saying it's the death of the box itself, not the
Yeah,
actual.
I mean,
So, shit about the box. Wait. What have you guys always said? It's about the games, have you not?
Yes.
So why are you arguing about a piece of plastic?
That means Xbox is no longer going to be a console thing no more.
Okay.
Bye console war, nigga. Bye console anything with you, nigga.
Okay,
You
wait a
gonna be
minute.
cell phone nigga. You gonna be one of those niggas with four thumbs.
Let me ask you this. Say Microsoft comes out with a fucking must-have game that everybody and their fucking brother's praising, and you don't need an Xbox to play, you stream it.
This year.
Would you buy that game?
What you mean? I bought an Xbox for that. I'm not going to
That's
pay on a
what
cell
I'm
phone.
saying. If you
I'm
could
not
buy
gonna play on a
that game
PC.
without an Xbox, though, would you still play that game because it's the shit?
No, I wouldn't. None of my phone. None of my
No, here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Let's bring all this back, right? Here's the thing, Vinny.
Right? Okay.
Let's be real here, and I don't care. I don't care what motherfuckers say. All right. No, here's what I'll tell you right now. I don't care what motherfuckers say. If Xbox came out with a dope game like that, they wouldn't be in this position right now.
Exactly. I mean, like, what have they?
I'm not even on this
opinion.
Even if they come out with a must game next generation,
that's the source
no,
of
I'm not
all
gonna. I'm not gonna.
bangers. None of this would be like a problem for them.
You don't have fun. You don't have fun console gaming this, my nigga. You know, like niggas like console gaming
over, man. This gen is over. You need to just sweep it under the fucking rug and forget about it. Who gives a shit about this gen?
I know.
Wait, listen. If they come out with bangers next gen, are you guys not going to get them? Are you not going to get them because
how come they came out with bangers this gen? You're talking about sweep this generation under the rug a year, less than a year after the Xbox One X launch.
What you mean the generation's over already? Because there's still game I'm looking forward to. I still have at least like 5 games at least of this generation that I need to play.
No. I'm talking about.
I think you're talking about far as exclusives.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And then this must-have game that you're talking about, this must-have game that you're talking about, no, I will not buy it if I have to stream it.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. What game have you played on the Xbox that said they won? Like, I played God of War, and I said it's a wrap. I said it's a wrap. I mean, it's a wrap.
He's saying the possibility, trash. He's saying the possibility of that game being existing.
About what happened this generation, right? When I saw The Last of Us, I was like, it's a wrap for this generation. When I saw God of War, I said it's a wrap. When I saw Ghost of Tsushima, I said it's a wrap. When I saw fucking Bloodborne, I was like, it's a fucking wrap. How many games has Microsoft had this generation? The richest company in gaming, the one thing niggas always say, oh, they got all this money, they're gonna be able to do all this shit. It sound like y'all niggas sound like Trump voters, because if Trump got all this money, he's gonna fix the country. What the fuck you mean? Nigga, like, bring out some fucking games.
No,
what games have they come out?
This is what I'm saying, Vinny. This is what I'm saying as far as like if they came out with actual like good games like that, the games that you were describing, like a game that everybody gotta play, then they wouldn't be in this situation, right? And here's the thing: this generation, as far as exclusive, yes, it's over. But the next generation, I can't really call all these new studios making those kind of games that you're talking about. Like that, you know?
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. He doesn't know. Nobody knows.
I was just saying.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And you say this. You say this video. Why have a plastic box?
What's up?
You're saying why? You saying why has a plastic box? Well, who cares about plastic box? To me personally, the box is what dictates the type of games that you play. See, if all your shit is old technology within a server, you're not going to move forward and progress in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that. I want the hardware because they're one. You know what I mean? They're hand in hand. So yeah, I do want the hardware.
I need the. I'm a console gamer, nigga. I'm not a PC nigga. Fuck them bitch ass mouse clicking ass niggas. I'm a distant niggas.
Gaming has gone so far, right? We went from. If you think about it, we're in a strange conjuncture, right? Because we went originally not too long ago. We used cartridges, then we went to disc, and now motherfuckers talking about, well, mama, why wouldn't you even just stream this shit everywhere? Like, and fuck all this bullshit.
Look, you know what? Look, next generation. Do y'all really see Microsoft dropping a game like Horizon Zero Dawn that they spent $50 million for? 2 months later, no. Look. Then 2 months later, they drop a game like God of War that they spent $60 million for. 2 months later, they drop a game like Spider-Man that they spent like $70 million for. Do you see Microsoft dropping those kind of games like every couple of months that they spent $50 to $70 million for? You know,
but all they're going to say is all the fans are going to say is all the fans are going to say is, you know what, give them a shot. We don't know what they're going to do.
If they pump out games like that, spending that kind of money every couple of months, it almost going to offset the money they pulling in from subscriptions.
No, here's the one thing I would say, right? As far as like looking forward to
that makes a lot of sense.
Whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, right? The one thing I can say about all PlayStation like exclusive studios is they've been cultivated. They haven't been bought like immediately out of nowhere and made to make games already like that. They've been cultivated over the years, man. They've been slowly worked up. Like not all these studios was like that back in the day. They worked towards this point. They fire right now because they work towards this point. These studios that Xbox came out of nowhere. We have no track records. And it's like a roll of dice. We don't know. They just threw some good ingredients together. That don't mean it'll be a good movie because you throw some good ingredients together.
Let me try it this way. Let me try to drop the same message a different way. Let's say right now that on Game Pass, let's say Microsoft has 1 million subscribers, right? At $10 a month. They pulling in $10 a month. If they go drop a game like Spider-Man, they cost $70 to make. It would take them like 5-6 months to get the money back, you know, from making Spider-Man. And then you're gonna turn around and drop a game like God of War that costs 60-70 million again. You know, no, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna be making these $3 games. You're gonna see a bunch of State of Decay type games, shit that don't cost no kind of money to make. And when you put the multiplayer aspect in it, they're gonna be able to collect money off of it every month from these subscriptions. They're not gonna make no big. They gonna have their Gears, Halo, and all that kind of bullshit. But all these other studios that they brought in, they are not gonna be putting out AAA shit that's gonna be costing $50-60 million.
I wouldn't.
Man, you know what? If they, the thing I seen, man, if they was gonna do Play Anywhere, I don't know why they just didn't try to go and do mobile market, like make a handheld. If they wanted to do that, I don't know why they just didn't make a handheld. I think that would be cheaper.
Because Nintendo whooped Sony's ass, which is the biggest fucking person there. They ain't gonna do that shit.
But they got give it a try. They want to do that. Because the thing, you know what?
They don't want to take no risks. They don't want to take. They don't want to take no risks. That's the whole thing.
I was about to say that, Josh. Microsoft won't take no chances. Not only that, if something's not working out, they will pull the plug on it quick. Look how quick they pulled the plug on that. You know, even that Zoom that they made a few years ago to compete with the iPod. Look how quick they pulled the plug on that shit.
Because that's the same thing with Sony with the VR, man. I heard y'all mention earlier about how poor it was selling, but Sony is staying with it, man. They staying with it. They
doubling down on the big money. They doubling down on it next generation. They doubling down on it.
And it's not really poorly, I guess. If they
no. Like. See,
well, I'm talking about compared to what they said it was going. They was like talking in the billions.
Well, you have to keep in mind the thing was expensive when it first came out. It was $500 when it first came out. Even with that, Sony still gave you an affordable option for VR because before Sony got into the game, it cost you about $1,800 to jump into VR, about $1,000 to build the computer, about $700 for the headset. Yep. You know, this was a couple of years ago. So if Sony had not got into the VR market, VR might be on life support right now. That shit might be damn near dead. Sony, even with the 3 million that Sony has sold, it is still more than Oculus and Vive combined, and it's only gonna get better because they are giving you an affordable option.
Look, man, Diver here or something? Who's that? Diver nigga? Hey, hey, one thing I wanted to say on your niggas' whole point is this, nigga. Like Draco said earlier, nigga. We started off with cartridges, and then we went to DVDs, and then we went to 4K Blu-rays, and now we're gonna go streaming. Like, why would we degrade? Why would they degrade the shit? Like, why would gamers degrade their experience? We went from cartridges, load times was better, but no memory. Went to DVD, went to discs, load time was shit, way more memory, equaling better looking games. Went to 4K
that's
discs.
like going from 6 teraflops
You know what I'm saying?
to 1 teraflop.
Why would we go to streaming? Why would we downgrade so far down that it's worse than fucking cartridges? You got less quality visuals. You got more load times and shit. You got buffering problems and all this fucking shit. Not to mention battery time or whatever the fuck you're using. Like, why would we accept degrading our gaming experience? We're customers, we gamers, we're not console makers, we're not developers.
Ever asked me to stream a fighting game with you, I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly, Draco. I do not
your
care.
ass in real life. You talking about let's stream a fighting game? Well,
I do not care if Microsoft claims they have broke the Da Vinci Code with this streaming shit. From a mobile phone, you like this train shit he was talking about. That makes for a bad experience if you tap into a public Wi-Fi that everybody else is tapped into. Your experience is going to be shit. You're gonna be in places. You're gonna be in dead spots where you're just not getting a signal. This shit is just like trying to play Halo on a cell phone.
That's where common sense comes in.
It is not going to fly.
Playing somewhere that didn't have a signal.
You just said, why would you play somewhere on a plane, on a train that's got public Wi-Fi that everybody else is tapped into? You're gonna have the same damn problems.
But it's still gonna be better than nothing. But but
why would you set up for better than nothing? The whole point is, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen to that mentality.
The mentality is play somewhere you got fucking Wi-Fi. That's plain and simple.
But no, you sound like Don Metric.
No, dude.
Don Metric. You sound like Don Metric.
Listen, you guys act like they don't have
somewhere with a Wi-Fi. Like, nigga, what the mean? I just want to play my game. Like, I just want to play my game. I don't want to. What the fuck you mean?
When this shit is in full fruition and it's working properly.
Okay. So with that being said, do you really think somebody is going to buy Halo on a cell phone and then have to wait till they get to a spot where they got 100 megabyte connection to have a good experience?
I can say you won't. That's about it.
Hey, hell no! I watched you play Call of Duty, my nigga. You need all the help you can get. Wi-Fi and streaming is not going to help you right now, man. You better. You're not going to be able to handle it, dog. You're not going to be able to handle it. At the end of the day, gamers are not going to accept this shit. Just like they didn't accept PS Now, my nigga. I'm not sitting here acting like Sony was successful with PS Now. They weren't, and they weren't for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Even though it doesn't have as much latency as you want it to have, you still putting yourself on that's unreliable when you need to be reliable. Gamers like to win. We don't like to lose. When we hate shit fucking up.
Hey, Video. You remember how when I was doing my podcast, you was in the chat and you asked, so if you could pay $500 and play all games, would you rather do that or pay about $1,200 and play on a certain amount of games, right? I'm like, when you ask a rhetorical question like that, there's always going to be a catch, right? And what's the catch? You said you have to stream that shit. So why do you think that that's such a catch to stream some shit? Think about it. That shit should be so good. Like, what kind of idiot be like, no, I don't want to pay $500 and play all the games. Right. I'd rather pay $1,200 and not play all the games. Like, what the fuck? Who would say some shit like that, right? That's just so good, but streaming is such a problem to where now that's a fucking catch. Like, that could break the whole fucking deal, right?
No, but here's the thing, perfect.
Right? But here's the thing, too. Hell yeah, I want to pay $500 and play all the motherfucking games. That sounds like
you got
to stream this shit.
Take the internet itself. Take the internet itself. Even to this very day, internet has been around for what? I don't know how long. Even to this very day, a hardwired connection is still more responsive than Wi-Fi. So what makes
it always will be? It always
so why
well,
so
why
will streaming be
my internet go in and out, man?
Well, so how is streaming from a console going to be better than a traditional console that you download the game into the console?
check this out. My Xbox is Wi-Fi right now. My PS4 Pro's Wi-Fi, and the computer that I'm in a podcast on right now is on Wi-Fi. I'm not Wi-Fi on any of them.
All right, and what you streaming?
What am I streaming?
I mean, you can't forget that it's on Wi-Fi, yeah. But are you streaming this Wi-Fi shit?
I'm streaming this podcast right now.
No, I'm talking about the game that you're streaming. You said Xbox and PlayStation is what are you streaming on those systems?
I got you. I see what you're saying. Everyone,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not
saying look at it from the whole perspective.
I had to stream to download it, and I know that
I'm not saying the Wi-Fi is a bad experience. I'm just saying that the cable, the hard connection, is still more responsive than Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah,
always.
Well, that's obvious, yeah. But if you've got a good Wi-Fi connection, you're not going to have a problem with streaming. My point was, why would you go up in the mountains to stream a game and be like, why the fuck can I stream?
And I'm not about to drop.
I mean, but that's what
I'm not about to drop $70 a month so I can have a 100 megabyte connection to play this shit on a streaming console when I can get a traditional console and I only need 15 megs and have the same experience.
Then guess what? Guess what?
Or a better one.
Then that is not for you. Then you're not the person they're trying to target. You see what I'm saying? But as Royal knows in marketing, every fucking minute, people will buy
360. Yes, Don.
You see what I mean? People will go buy it because there's a sucker born every minute. Oh shit, I can play Halo on the go. Fuck yeah, I'll get that. You know what I mean? People will do that. If they target their product to say, 2 billion more people, then probably a third of those people are going to jump on, and that's more customers they didn't have.
It's more to it than marketing.
That's not a sustainable market to do that.
No, because out of these 2 billion gamers that they trying to reach, 1.8 billion of those gamers are probably casual gamers. You're not going to throw Halo up in their face, and get them to jump on that shit.
That's not the only thing they're going to throw in their face.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that's not even a sustainable market because after a while, people will catch up to it and be like, man, fuck this bullshit and stop.
But it's not just mobile.
Hey, Draco, right there. You just made my point.
Understand. Vidian, listen.
All right. Man. You guys are looking at just cell phones. It's not just cell phones. Go ahead.
All right. Here's let me do this. I might piss some people off, but there's certain ethnic food that I don't like.
Black people. He don't fuck with black food.
I just don't fuck with. Oh no, I'll fuck up some.
Damn, let it be known. Let it win.
Nah, I have to fuck with him. He has to fuck with him.
I want to know who it is.
You seen pictures of the shit I eat.
Hey, Big Money, check that last message I sent you.
Hot sauce and everything.
The last one though, the newest one.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying just because it's available to you doesn't mean you will do it because you don't give a fuck about it. You know
That's what anything.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That's why it's not a sustainable market. If you're trying to market to someone something they don't give a fuck about, if they get it mainly because they're a sucker, they'll get over it in time. They'll figure it out because the main thing that you're making money off is a service. It's a streaming service. So you gotta keep these motherfuckers paying, right? They gotta keep the service and they gotta keep on paying. So after a while, they were like, "Man, fuck this bullshit." And then what? Because it's a service at the end of the day. They have to pay.
Hey, hold on. Let me say something real quick too. Because y'all niggas ain't been putting out no fucking letters for these motherfuckers.
I'm done.
Oh no, you supposed to keep it because all right, look. I'll tell you like this, since we already put the letters out, nigga, I know you go back and look. In fact, you can't even go up all the way that high no more. But in order to make it easier for you niggas, cause we'll do
this shit to be over.
No, I'm finna say no. I'll do it like this for these niggas so they can have a chance and shit, nigga. Nigga, we'll do it like Wheel of Fortune, nigga. Just throw instead of numbers, nigga, throw us letters, nigga, and then once that whole shit is spelled out, whoever go to their PlayStation and get that shit, get it first, my nigga. How about that? We good with that? That work? Nigga, no holds barred.
That's a lot of work for some bullshit.
It's a lot of work for Red Dead Redemption, nigga.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
shut your ass up.
We gotta quit acting like these niggas in here are dumb, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just pick a motherfucker and get it over with.
Nah, nigga, nah. Fuck that. I ain't giving shit away for free. They got me highly fucked up, nigga.
You want to give it to
Game of the year, homie? We can't do it that way.
Yeah, we're giving 2 of them away. Somebody already won one with a number.
Nigga, exactly. And
the other one, we should just be like, here, nigga, have a good day.
No, because I'm gonna be biased, nigga. I mean, I'm gonna give George.
Or then just give one to a black person and one to a white person. There you go.
No, nigga. I mean, I don't know if G black. I'm confused because G one.
I want to hear super black people about chitlins. I bet you I've eaten more chitlins than most motherfuckers know. Most black people don't even know what chitlins is.
Yeah, but you don't call it chitlins, do you?
He said. You got F. Huh? He said F.
I mean,
F
no, we
for
don't call
fuck
it shipment,
streaming.
but it's the same shit.
OBG.
No, it's the same shit. Yeah, but that's, what do you guys call it?
Literally damn near, it's the same shit.
Right.
Right, real shit. But we cooked it differently too. But I mean, I don't want to hear shit about that shit from black people. Black people, you ever eat that shit? You ain't really black. I mean, come on, cuz most black people.
Hey, just to let y'all know on here, I don't know who knows, but yeah, nigga, Red Dead is life. I'm glad my job shut down for 3 weeks because they gave me enough time to play this game.
Oh shit!
And I can't, nigga, yo, I was up from. Let me see. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and didn't get off of it till 7 in the morning the next day.
Now you fuck niggas get it. They're fucking slow. You thought these niggas were smart.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong, nigga. Maybe I gave it too much credit. My bad.
Hey man, you know what, y'all? I was asking somebody this the other day what I think about Red Dead. I was asking people like, is it possible to have a good game and it not to be fun? Because that's what I think Red Dead is, man.
That's exactly what it is, Big Money. That's exactly what it is. It's just
both of y'all smoking crack.
No, real shit.
How the fuck is this game not fun?
It feels like a fucking
I'm just saying to me, bro. To me, it's not fun.
I gotta do all kinds of shit. I gotta you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm responsible for shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, it's just you know what I think it is. It's just some people, like you told me the other day, Gambit. Like, I don't play every game. I can tell you how good games that I play.
Right.
Like I can't talk. You can't. I can't tell you nothing on no. Fighting games.
No, y'all gotta remember, this is a nigga that feel like this nigga that feel like Assassin's Creed is cool.
Here's what I'm saying: if you like it, you like it. All I'm saying is the gameplay.
Assassin's Creed is dope.
Like, really like drawn out for no reason. Like they could tighten it up.
OBJ, cuz.
They could tighten it up.
Y'all ain't got no more letters. Y'all got 4 of them, nigga. I don't got no more letters, nigga. Goddamn. Okay.
Like, dude, I just went and chased down a big ass white buffalo in the snow, nigga. I almost froze to death chasing that motherfucker.
How long did it take for you to skin that motherfucker, cuz?
Oh, nigga, it took me about 5 minutes.
I mean, I'm saying, like, I feel like they did too much. You know what I'm saying? They went too much extra shit. They did too much.
I don't know, because didn't you say that they could never be too much in that other game that came out?
They can be too much. They could be too much loot.
No,
taking 30 minutes to loot 7 people, nigga. No, it's not. You can't go in a house to loot it and it take you literally 30 minutes like it would do in real life. In real life, I'm robbing shit quicker. I'm going fast, nigga. I'm grabbing shit I don't even want, nigga. Like this motherfucker over here calmly just grabbing it and putting in his shirt and shit. Like
it takes less than 5.
Nigga, first of all, he puts it in a statue, nigga. He don't put it in his shirt. And second of all, like, you don't have to grab everything. It tells you what it is. You don't have to grab it. If you don't want to grab no butter, nigga, don't grab the butter. Move on.
If you play these games, you're grabbing everything.
He's grabbing everything.
Okay, well then why complain about it then? Fuck out of here.
Because he grabbing like a grandma, nigga. He grabbing like a grandma who need help to the car, nigga. Shit, that's why.
Nigga, I got. Look, how much money you got? How much money you got in the game?
Nigga, I got like $42, nigga.
It's not engaging. That's the best way.
I got $42. I hate robbing motherfuckers and they got 61 cents. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here.
I don't rob nobody. I'm trying to be the good dude with the good street cred.
I'm still the good dude. Just rob motherfuckers with your mask on. You be alright.
Look.
For real,
I tried to be
motherfuckers and not.
Yeah, but your mask on, your running level won't go up. Yeah, nigga. But nigga, I tried to be the good nigga, but the controls got me so fucked up that I shot like 6 niggas I didn't mean to shoot. You know when
that's how I did with Spider-Man.
Nigga, when I took them niggas off the train, and like you can either choose to shoot them. It's like the first one you choose to shoot them or not or whatever. And I was trying to let them go, cause I accidentally shot the first nigga. Them niggas started running. I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well.
But don't you gotta hold the button down? Don't you gotta hold the button down until it like turns?
It told me to press L2, but I'm too used to pressing R2, my nigga. So I accidentally just pressed R2.
I got you.
You've been standing there patting the horse the whole time.
Dude, I got almost $200,000 on this motherfucker.
This motherfucker over here patting the horse and shit, brushing it.
They get
I mean, that's okay. Like you guys were talking about physics on the horse, right? Run that horse until he almost dies, where his heart is turning red, and you can see the horse sweat. You can see all the sweat from the horse.
Hey,
I'm just saying, like you guys are saying it's extra. To me, it's not. Like the horse is sweating, the nigga's foaming at the mouth, nigga, right before he's getting ready to die. Then you brush that nigga and you calm him down.
Here's how I can put it. I've been saying this on everything. Like, I have to be in the right mood to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to sit back and chill for a couple hours, just not, you know what I'm saying, just zone out and play this motherfucking game. I could do that, but it's not engaging for me. You know what I mean? It's not like a game where I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens next, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a really laid back type of game, and I feel like Redemption is like that. Red Dead Redemption is the same way. It's like a laid back type of game. It's not like it's not like.
But you can run the story mode though. I mean, if you want to just go through it, it's not like you guys were saying about that other one.
I'm just saying, just the act of playing the game itself is a very laid back type of. Gameplay. Like it's very like there's a lot of intricate shit. That's what I'm saying. They did too much with it. It's way too intricate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'll say this. We're all in this chat old enough to remember Grand Theft Auto 3, right? Do you remember when you got stopped by the cop?
Best one ever.
Yup. So
that sounds exactly, OBJ.
So the reason why I mentioned that is, remember when you got stopped by a cop, you went to the paint and spray and got rid of it.
Right.
So the equivalent here, you know what I mean? If they took some of the mechanics from Red Dead Redemption 2 and put it in GTA 3, I mean, you would have to take off the wheels and spray paint each door. The convenience is fucked up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is there a game other than Sony games that you guys don't bitch about? Like every game that comes out, there's got to be a problem. There's too much of this, But Spider-Man, you couldn't say a fucking bad thing about Spider-Man. How fucked up that game was, and you guys were all on that shit. But when games like this come out, everybody's picking and choosing little things here and there. Dude, Spider-Man was fucked up game.
I told you, I can't stand Uncharted games. I don't like them.
And I hate them. Telling you all the shit I don't like about Spider-Man. What are you talking about? I never said I don't like this game. What the fuck?
I'm not, dude. I'm not saying just you. When I say you guys, sometimes it don't have to do with you. But all I hear since I've been on here is this is too much. This is that. This is that. Dude, it's a great fucking game. I feel like it's great. I have no idea. Like the only time I don't hear you, King, and this I'm saying you as in everybody on this panel. Where the fuck is Crackhead at him too?
The common consensus is what you're saying. The common consensus is
whoever's on here, other than the people that play it, always have a problem with games like this. The first one was Assassin's Creed. Everybody was on Assassin's Creed.
I ain't got no problem with it.
I know.
Yeah, I think the game's fucking awesome.
I never said nothing about Assassin's Creed, guys.
No,
I don't feel nothing about it.
Not you. I know you don't play it. I know you don't run it. I know you don't do none of that. So I know not you.
You already know, man. I only talk about shit that I play.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to fighter games, you see how I backed off of you the other day when you was talking about fighting games.
Because you knew your place, nigga.
No,
exactly. I know my place. My place has nothing to do with fighting games. My place has nothing to do with fighting games. But come see me in some Call of Duty or some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Then we can talk. Nigga, you be on some bullshit. You always say that, nigga. You be on there for 5 minutes.
Oh no, you got Xbox though. That's why, nigga. I mean, Xbox can only my shit only works for 5 minutes.
No, I'm just saying you can't tell me that certain parts about this game, like the gameplay, isn't kind of mundane. It's more like simulator than an actual game. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, this game is not more simulator than an action game. I mean,
you see, Video just got so tired of playing that fucking game that he put in Call of Whack Ass Duty. You know it's bad if you're taking out Red Dead to play fucking Call of Duty.
I just feel like I have to be in the right
on an Xbox One X, no less.
Same way with Revolver too. I mean, not Revolver. I never played Revolver. I've only played Redemption. The same way with Redemption. I feel like I have to actually be in the mood to be laid back with it and just kick it for
you're absolutely right.
Myself.
This is not a game you can jump on for 20 minutes and put it down. You have to have some hours into.
But
I mean, I know my wife is
I
being
can-
nice as hell because since this game's come out, I think I've slept for maybe 20 hours. It's 4 hours here, 3 hours. Nigga, I've been like, I'm off work. You know, motherfuckers lay me off. I ain't got shit to do. I haven't done shit in the house. She be nice. She gonna blow up pretty soon. My shit, I'm probably gonna be gone for a couple days. Y'all motherfuckers be like, what happened?
Any real motherfucker know, like right when the fuse is up, you start cleaning up and shit.
Oh yeah,
Right when
which
that
for me that's tomorrow. For me that's tomorrow.
Yeah, right when that fuse about to spark, you like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and bust out the Windex real quick. And,
right. You know, I've been calming her down. You know, it was her birthday the other day, so I took her out with her nieces to bowl. Yesterday, I took a Viagra. You know what I'm saying? Took care of her. Today, my ass took her to the movie theater, so I'm buying my time. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna clean up, do what I gotta do. But since this game has been out, it's been nonstop.
I mean,
my biggest problem with the game, my biggest problem with the game is just quite simply the controls. That's my biggest problem. The controls are too sluggish. That's really I could do with everything else, and
you playing it on the PlayStation, right?
It doesn't matter what it is. He moves slow.
I don't see because I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? Like, is it your internet? Is it your system?
So here's the thing.
Maybe your TV is not catching up as fast as the game is.
No, it's not latency. It's how you move.
Hold on. 1 second. Hey, 1 second. Let me help this nigga out. Look, think of it like, hey, Gabe. Think of it like Hangman, my nigga. Niggas is bringing up the letters for this code for Red Dead Redemption. The first to put that shit in their PSN gets the game. So you'll know if you got it. If you get the letters right, nigga, you put that shit in there. That's how you get it, nigga. So it's working like Hangman right now. Niggas is putting out letters to see what it is, nigga. So
wait a minute, you got a code and you got them putting letters out, then you put it.
One at a time.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, it's not gonna be for free, but it's gonna all depend.
Nigga, ain't you talking shit about Red Dead? Nigga, that's the whole game right there.
Yeah, shit, nigga. Hey, but at least they ain't brushing horses, nigga. I mean, this is a game to get a code to brush horses, nigga. That's what it is.
Check this out.
You know what I don't like? I noticed that it's really hard to get on your horse sometimes. Like, you just not staying in the right spot. The animation's all fucked up. You gotta get
no. Like, you could get on. If you behind the horse, it'll jump on from the back on the sides. What do you? I've never run into that issue.
No, you don't, cuz. If you stand on the side.
What you mean you don't?
If you stand on like.
What you mean you don't? You don't jump on your horse from the back? You don't jump on your horse from the back?
Yeah, nigga. See, you in this horse fetish. I can't wait
to make
your
ass up, nigga. Don't worry about that.
I can't wait to make this live action, this motherfucking Kung Fu theater. Cause this video is gonna go up. It's gonna be used. I'ma say, nigga. Cause this nigga, you in this horseman in the back, nigga.
Right.
Shit.
Look out for round table.
You don't jump with a horse from the back.
Coming to YouTube near you and shit.
Nigga.
Look, I would like to see like just, you know, you guys videotape that shit, record that shit, because I don't know any of those problems. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I found in the game, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only thing I found in the game is a glitch. And and it's a gold glitch. And that's why I got $200,000 right now. So that's the only bad part.
A glitch that worked out for you and shit. Goddamn.
Nigga, it's a glitch that I picked up. I was like, wait a minute. I'm only supposed to get one. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, wait a minute.
Is that glitch called?
Hey, only rookie gamers gonna use shit like that, nigga.
Hey, let me fill this up.
Don't comb your horse's hair, nigga. Hey, go boil some beans. Go take a shower. Go shave, nigga. Go hunt a deer and then shave that motherfucker. Go kill a couple turtles, nigga.
Nigga, hey, the snapping turtles in here ain't no joke, cuz. The snapping turtles in here ain't no joke.
Nigga, we need money and shit. Go play cards and shit. You don't even know how to play this shit.
Hey, talking about money, I need you to send me that link so I can go ahead and send you the $60 or whatever, how much we put in for these games.
Yeah, I'll put it in the how we did last time. I'll give y'all a link to the thing and shit.
All right, because one thing I'm bad at is setting shit, but just give me somewhere to put some money and it's there.
Yeah, I got you. Don't trip. That was a message to you, Coon. Nigga.
Yeah, Coon. If you want, hey, Coon, you want some money? Just let me know where to send you some money. I'll get you a game. You want Red Dead? If you ain't got it yet, just let me know. I'll buy it for you. You can have it right now. Just tell me.
Damn, Jesus Christ, nigga. Hey, it pays to be Diver's only fan, nigga. It pays, nigga. We determined, nigga, that you got more fans than Vidya, nigga. I mean, it's crazy, ain't it? If you think about it, nigga, how many niggas cheering for Vidya? Nigga, only Phil Spencer, nigga. That is it. Only Phil.
Hey, I don't need nobody cheering for me though. That's
why I gotta fuck with you. You know I'm on your team, my nigga. Hey, that ain't cool. Like, nigga, you got my email, nigga. It's nothing.
Hold on. Let me check that email.
Nigga.
I'll be back, man.
Nigga, what else we had too? Oh, okay.
Just wait till next week when we get to play online.
Oh, now
I'm gonna go ahead and give me a posse.
You said next week. week.
Oh, whenever it is, I'm gonna go ahead. No. I'm talking about on this game.
Right,
I'm talking about the game because the game's supposed to go. The game's supposed to go. You know, co-op. So we're gonna join. Hey, we're gonna create a posse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's gonna be the round table posse. We're gonna get on horses and we're gonna go smoke niggas, rob trains, shit like that.
Y'all niggas need OBJ to tell y'all what letters to pick or something. That nigga good at numbers. Maybe that nigga bad at letters. Y'all niggas is horrible at picking these letters, cuz. Y'all niggas is just... I'm looking at the shit like, damn, cuz y'all niggas is horrible, nigga. Hey, and before round table league, we gotta have in this shit, nigga. That nigga, Big Money wanna have a little quick meeting with y'all niggas.
Nigga, what Big Money want? A sandwich?
Two of them, man. Two of them, actually.
You got me fucked up, fam.
Two.
Give me some chitlins.
God damn.
But now speaking of chitlins, nigga, now that we got all the biggest games coming out this year, besides Battlefield, which would never win Game of the Year, just like Call of Duty won't.
Nigga, Red Dead got.
What do you think getting
shit.
Red of the Year, and why? Nigga, Red Dead, and why?
I think God of War is.
Yeah, maybe.
What's up?
And I will say this.
I will put God of War up there for Game of the Year. But we're talking about Rockstar, nigga, and this game is full of all kind of shit.
No, I get what you. I get what you're saying, bro.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer in this. I feel like, it's just your personal nomination,
right? And
I do agree. I will agree too. God of War. I will give it to God of War too, because it's my personal.
I will say this.
So far,
Red Dead Redemption 2 basically took it's basically, it took a lot of the stuff from the first one,
Well, it's a cowboy game, man. What else are you going?
No. I get it. But hold on. So what I'm saying is this: God of War actually changed their whole formula up, and they got everybody saying "boy." Everybody was saying that shit.
It's a cultural fucking.
That shit's a cultural, and because of
that should win that should win Game of the Year because motherfuckers made shirts that said "boy."
No, it's because it actually impacted the whole game.
Hey, white people been calling black people "boy" for the longest. Nigga, fuck you talking about? That word's been out.
Come on,
personally, I will say this: that is not my Game of the Year.
It's showing the fuck ain't.
Which one?
God of War. God of War. I think it's okay. It's just not my Game of the Year.
Yeah, I think it's a great game. At the
game.
Game Awards, Red Dead is going to win the Game Awards. Don't get talking nobody say them fuck niggas go by popularity and not by actual quality of game or what's the best resonating game.
Well, if you pick Game of the Year, are you looking at how many people have bought it?
No, I'm just talking about
Spider-Man's nowhere. Spider-Man's not even going to be nominee for Game of the Year.
Nah, you tripping.
Hell no.
You know how much it's sold? You tripping, bro. Like, no. You are tripping. I'm talking about, nigga, if PUBG...
Okay, so you are going by sales then. You are talking about a game...
I'm not going... I'm just talking about how the Game Award works. My Game of the Year is God of War. That's my Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my preference. I'm just asking y'all preference. Nigga, the reason why God of War is because they took God of War and remade it into a brand new game. You could have... out of that shit, put any nigga in there. You could have put a bitch with one leg in it. It'd have been a totally different game, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how much they changed that game. That's a feat. And then was successful at it. That's so hard to do, my nigga. I gotta give it to them.
It would have been a whole nother game.
Oh yeah, exactly. You would have kept the same exact dude and changed the name.
You want to know something though? You want to know something?
Yeah.
Say it, nigga.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually my Game of the Year for 2018.
Cool.
With all those complaints.
Cool. No, I mean, like I said, man,
we still got Fallout coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that game.
I know, fuck that game, but I'm just saying, other motherfuckers may not say fuck that game.
Just Cause 4 is coming out. Darksiders 3 is still coming out. So
fuck that game.
And if Soul Calibur keeps it up, that may change. I may make that game of the year, even though they will never do that with fighting games.
Hey Josh, you know what's crazy? And I'm not saying do they ever show numbers, but I'm surprised they ain't said, because a big game like Red Dead, I could have swore we was gonna hear some numbers by now. Like they sold 1 million the first day. We ain't heard.
Well,
shit.
They did. They sold like 7 million in the first 2 days.
God damn.
Was it 7 million? Right? Am I right? Is it 7 million? It's 7 million, right?
Yeah, it's something.
7 million like that.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was 7 million, wasn't it?
7
It's
million?
not 7 million. No.
What was
I'll
it?
look it up right now.
They said 700 million is what it made. It was a big.
Oh, it made
It was the biggest.
700 million.
It's
Okay.
made 725 millions.
So they sold. It's about 2 games per million. So they sold about 4. They sold a little bit over 4 million.
Hi, babe. You ready to give me some dick?
Wow. Don't be coming in here saying no shit like that. Don't be coming in here saying, you know I'm on a podcast. You can't be coming and busting in the door talking about you ready to give me some dick. Fuck out of here.
She said that shit aggressive as fuck too.
Yesterday, I was waiting for you to do it again.
Why you gotta come in here talking shit?
I need an adult.
Hey, don't be listening to my. I did give it to you good yesterday. Fuck you mean?
Hey, she said it aggressive as fuck.
I gave it good to you for the whole 2 fucking minutes.
I see it where the relationship. Goddamn. You just keep taking it. Fuck it.
Hey, that Kung Fu Theater is gonna be some shit, homie.
Hey, baby, look, you can't be doing that shit. I don't need everybody to know what kind of freak I married.
Oh, that's classic.
Oh shit!
I thought that was a porno. I was like, what the?
Nigga, she busting in the door like that, cuz like.
Don't be embarrassed. Hey, don't be embarrassed, nigga. She got you. I know she did it on purpose. I can tell she did it on purpose. She know you were fucking.
Yeah, cause she said.
That was some scandalous shit. Like,
she heard me tell you guys that I took Viagra yesterday and I gave it to her good. So that's why she busted in saying what she said.
It's funny because you can tell.
I gotta say,
you
yo,
can tell the expression on her face when she said this shit. That's what's funny about this shit.
That shit was funny as fuck, nigga.
I gotta say,
the expression on my face. I was like, damn, I was confused for a minute. Like,
I was thinking like she was saying it like you owe her money or some shit. Hey,
what?
Give me some dick or what? You down?
You owe down, my dude. You owe down.
Damn, man. You owe her some dick? Do you owe her some dick? Like it sounds like she's demanding it. She ain't
word.
I gotta say this. That is one of the realest fucking people. That dude keeps it 100% all the fucking time, yo. All the fucking time.
That's the only way I know it, brother.
Hey,
you gonna get her?
Hey, that nigga Savage just solved it. Nigga, first come, first serve, nigga. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, man, but you know what y'all should did? Y'all should did like, let's remember that show called something about the tune of a music song. Y'all should have did something like that.
He already got it. He already got it, Savage. That motherfucker wasn't even doing the letters. That nigga was looking at the letters like, oh, you know what? I'm about to put this shit in the PSN as these niggas doing it. I know what you did.
Hey, word, nigga, like one letter. Hey, when one letter came up right, he'll have that letter in there. Bing.
Yeah, no, that motherfucker was like, nigga, 3 letters left. He started guessing after them 3 letters. Like, okay,
wait, Diamond. I got a question for you. So you played Red Dead for a while, right? I'm trying to figure out when I'm riding on a horse, right?
Yeah.
His stamina every once in a while has like this little red bear trap looking thing. Do you know what the fuck that is?
That's the brush. You got to brush them. Because when you put listen, when you put dead animal skins and dead animal on them, that blood is on him, and it attracts diseases and it attracts flies and shit that can.
That's what I'm saying, man. This type of shit I'm talking about. Divers, God.
Hey, but see, the thing is, it tells you, dude. I'm sorry, I can't even get into it with you guys. I love games like this. This is
where they told me that. They didn't tell me that shit.
More than $65, bro. I pay $100 for a game like this.
It's a good game, but it just ain't fun, man.
It's fun. I mean, okay. So say for instance, after you go in and you give them your meat or whatever, you brush them right there. Then you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, whoa. Wait.
Pause.
Come again.
Come again, nigga. That's even worse. That's even worse. How you gonna be like, come again after that, nigga?
I mean, apparently you did.
He said, when you go in there, you give them your meat, yo. Pause all the way, yo.
Okay, so when you go hunting, or when you put something on, or when you put a skin or something on your horse, when you go and you turn it in, when you go, when you go turn it in, right then and there, if you want, just brush your horse so you don't have to see that later.
Nigga, the pelt. Nigga, it's what you put on your horse. The pelt. Nigga.
Like, I put the finger.
I just want to sound smart, nigga. I'm just trying to fuck with y'all two niggas.
You act like there's black cowboys. You don't know.
No, I don't know. Hey, only reason I know. Hey, you want to know how I know? Cause the Witcher, nigga. That's what the Witcher be calling that shit. They call it the furs when you kill the wolves and shit. You have a wolf pelt and shit. I'm like,
yeah, pelt.
They call it
That's
pelt?
exactly what that is.
Yeah, nigga.
That's the right word for it.
Smart from games, nigga. Games teach us.
But yeah, if you look at it, it's a brush. It's not a bear trap.
Look, all I know is
this. They didn't say that. No, they didn't say that nowhere in the game. Nowhere.
Okay, so when the next time that pops up red, brush your hair or brush your horse, and it'll go away.
A lot of times, I mean, when you hold L2,
if I'm wrong, at least that works for me.
If it's possible, you might as well just do it. You know what I'm saying? When you hold L2 and you see all the things you could do with your horse, if you see that you could do it, just do it. That's what I do. I don't know when I'm supposed to do
immersive, man. I understood what they mean by immersive, but that's
we need to make some butterfly rings so I can figure out how.
You might as well get in the time and shit.
Do what?
Cowboy, bro. That's
a butterfly ring. Why are you gonna ask if you're not gonna listen?
What you yelling at?
She yelling at you.
I'm just saying, you don't. I mean. You don't talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna go to my room, but wait. Once this is over, me and you gonna talk.
She said, "Go to your room."
And you stay in your room. You think about what you did, Mister.
Some Halloween.
That's how Diver likes it, yo. You like that domination.
Oh, definitely, nigga. Definitely.
All hopped up on this Halloween candy, sir. No, man, I feel you. I feel the exact same way. I like it though. I ain't gonna front. There's certain sometimes I like it but there's just sometimes I just couldn't do it. I couldn't I just put it away and do something else. But sometimes I feel like
they need to trim the fat. They need to make it easy. You can have all the activities. Just make that shit one button. You know what I'm saying? Make it one button. I shouldn't have to be cleaning in between my toes and behind my fucking knees and shit. That's too much.
Well, that's like if you look at your guy, right? If you look at your guy,
that says clean your ass, and you just press it, and the niggas start cleaning his ass.
If you look at that thing that comes out on the left side, right? If you're not eating, it'll tell you you're losing weight. You need to eat. If you go up in the mountains and you ain't got the right clothes, your ass is gonna get cold and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
You know,
that's cool. That's cool. That's you know you can use your
so that's cool. So they're telling you too with your horse. Your horse needs to be clean and real. I mean,
I don't got a brush. I don't got a brush
right now, Diver. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you do. It's already comes equipped, nigga. Fuck you, mean you ain't got a brush?
Ain't no brush. It's nothing there, Diver. I promise.
Okay, look, go to your horse and hit the trigger, the left trigger, and it'll push up, and it'll say brush, and it'll brush your horse.
I did. There's nothing there. So I'm trying to tell you.
Nigga, you got robbed, then, nigga. I don't know. Tell you, go buy a brush.
Hey, is that the end of the conversation?
Go buy a brush.
Yeah, you probably don't have a brush. You might have to buy one.
No, I don't see how. I never bought one.
I'm mad as hell because I bought the motherfucker digitally. I should have bought it physically, man. Because fuck, I'm gonna take this back so bad.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Diver. You know how you were saying how come y'all say shit about the Sony games? I'm gonna tell you right now, if Ghost of Tsushima come out and Nobu is more than a fucking transportation, I'm be mad as fuck. I ain't really trying to have this samurai.
Don't put that jinx on
Okay,
Ghost of
but
Tsushima.
what if you got it to where when you use your sword, you're gonna have to sharpen it every once in a while. It's a samurai sword. They need a lot of attention.
Right.
So you wouldn't want the game to if it did that. You know what I'm saying?
But,
Like to
but
me, that would
Diver,
be cool.
but Diver, they have you. I will say this again. I'll say this again. You gotta watch one side of your balls, the other side of your balls. You gotta lift up your sack and watch behind it. It's too much.
Yeah.
That's entirely too much.
man.
I play a game. A lot of times I feel like those are chores I have to do. You know what I mean? I need to do this shit to keep this horse alive and shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit. Like
the maintenance is out. This maintenance is out of control. But like I guess when you get into it, you're like, all right, I get it. It's a good game.
They go steal. Hey, if you don't want to do that, then go steal motherfuckers' horses. That's all. I mean, if you don't want your own horse to maintain, jump on another motherfucker's horse and just do what you do with it, and then let that motherfucker die and grab another one.
Hey, did you hear about Ghost of Tsushima gonna have a demo? Did y'all hear that?
Shut up. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm swearing to God, bro. It's gonna have a demo.
Please, no.
When they gonna have it?
When, how?
Where? Because I'm about to pre-order 4 of those so I can get all those fucking codes.
It's gonna be a demo for
Tsushima. Quit lying to me.
Where'd you read it at? Where'd you read it at?
Mass news will be out about this shit if it was out.
I'm telling you, bro, they got a demo coming. Go check on their page, bro. I'm telling y'all, they got a demo coming.
Oh, you said coming. You said coming, not out.
No, he said coming. He said coming.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, I would see that. I don't see why not.
Yeah,
they didn't have a Spider-Man.
I will tell you this. I have I played the beta for 76, and that's one game I was bored as fuck. I mean, literally bored as fuck.
Those are their webpage stuff.
Yeah, I'm up on that.
Y'all niggas play defending this motherfucking game, nigga. It's a wrap, nigga.
It's on their webpage. Don't do shit, cut.
Who need a link, nigga? Where, nigga? How, nigga?
Fuck you mean?
Are they asking for links and shit? I just walked in the room acting like I know what I was talking about.
Oh, links to the
links,
thing.
Big money. Links, big
go
money.
Go look for it, y'all. What the fuck? Y'all know I don't be looking at shit. Right? No, I'm talking to the motherfuckers that's in the thing. Look for the motherfucker. Y'all go royal with that. I don't know where that shit's.
I don't know where the fuck your scissors are. I don't use your scissors. I got my own damn scissors.
Damn.
What the fuck she need with some scissors at 12 o'clock at night?
She's making her niece's costumes.
She about to cut your dick out tonight.
You making some butterfly wings unless you gonna dress up for me later, girl. What's up? Fuck you mean?
Yeah, you gonna give her some of that dick, nigga.
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this horse dick that you gonna have to clean up.
Give me that dick. I'm gonna take it.
Ow! Stop playing.
That's the only nigga in the world I know that ain't the same.
It should be easy, man.
Nigga, like I got some Viagra, nigga. I'm happy. Like, what you got Viagra?
Popping them motherfuckers.
Look, woman, that was a fucking package of like 6 scissors, and you can't find out one.
Nigga, pause yourself. You know, damn well you don't eat that later, nigga.
I do not see none of this shit, Big Money. Where are you seeing this shit from?
Oh shit! Let me find this shit. God damn, man. I'm gonna show it when we do after the thing. I'll show it to you when we get off.
All right. Like a big deal like that, it'll be planted all over the place. Cause
wait, did y'all niggas
they did it low key? They did it low key.
Word.
Did y'all niggas give y'all games of the years out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Got a Wizard.
Oh man, I ain't with you. I ain't got no game
I
of the year.
did not. I'd like to see Detroit Become Human win it, but I think God of War gonna win it.
God of War is going to win it for Sony. No, actually, to be honest with you, what's going to win it is going to be Red Dead. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah, I see that happening.
Honorable mention. Or second place is going to be fucking God of War.
No, I'm talking about your personal W, my nigga. Like fuck the Game Awards, they don't mean shit to me. As soon as they had PUBG as I wasn't listening to shit they had to say about somebody's game of the year. I really wasn't, my nigga. I'm asking like, what's your game of the year? Nigga, like, what's your shit? Nigga, like, why? Nigga, why win? Nigga, how? Nigga,
Why win and how?
Nigga, why win, nigga? That's the real question, nigga. That's the questions I need answered, nigga. For real. Let me download God of War Remastered because I want to play part 3 and 4, nigga, and see when he stabbed himself. Why does he have that score, nigga?
I think, hey man, you know what? I think it's a tie. It's gonna be a tie between Spider-Man and God of War because I don't see nobody. Well,
Spider-Man is definitely not getting no game of the year. They ain't gonna give that shit that.
It might. Nigga. You tripping? It might. Nigga. I mean, game of the year from who though? Like, are we talking about the Game Awards? Then it might get it. You know what I'm saying?
Anywhere, because you know everybody got their own game of the war. I mean, game of the year thing.
I know a few niggas who got Spider-Man as game of the year, nigga. I got a few niggas got that. Real quick.
I mean, you know what's bad about that game of the year shit is that at least you know what Nintendo and Microsoft they should have at least one game that's in the mention and they have none. Cause I don't see no Forza winning shit. And I think every year they should at least put out one game that's up for game of the year.
They probably get a racing game.
At least mentioned. You said what, Joe?
Probably the racing game of the year, Forza.
Yeah, well,
they never get racing games shit, yo.
You know what? No, they do. I think Forza won it last year too. No, you're right.
Did it?
Yeah, they won it on the Game Awards. They did. No, you're right, Video. You're right. They might win that shit. It's actually a great game, so why not?
Well, it didn't nobody compete with them.
Hey, when's the last time Microsoft won Game of the Year?
in competition with this year though?
Nothing.
When's the last time a Microsoft game won last Game of the Year though? Nigga? Come on,
a Game of the Year? I don't remember them ever winning one actually.
Never. I don't even think they never won.
Maybe Halo 3.
Halo 3.
Yep.
Did they?
Halo 3.
Yep.
Hell yeah, Halo 3.
I can see that. I can see it.
Yeah, dude, the last best Halo, man. It's the best Halo. That shit got Game of the Year for sure.
Hey man, did anybody go to Dave and Buster's and play that Halo game at Dave and Buster's?
No, but I was
today. You didn't see my video. Nigga, I was at the pier. You ain't gotta be a gay Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's is trading them shits in. Nigga, that's what was at the pier, nigga.
That shit on the corner store? Is at the corner store at the liquor store? That motherfucker at the liquor store.
Without being racist, but this is racist, nigga. Nobody was even playing that shit. Nigga, Mexicans was changing their kids' diapers on the seats, nigga. Oh my mama, nigga. Not even being racist, but that's what they was doing. Nigga, like, the husband had a churro.
Right, at least Mexicans don't change their baby's diaper and throw it on the floor in front of Walmart, motherfucker. Not being racist.
I kind of seen that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't be getting mad because I said it was Mexicans, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. It was Mexicans, nigga. They were changing baby diapers on the Halo seat. Nobody was playing Halo. Everybody was playing Street Fighter, my nigga.
That's disrespectful.
It is. That's disrespectful to Halo, cuz. I swear to God, nigga. Them niggas, nigga, it is what it is.
Hey man, I know I talk about this all the time, but this motherfucking Jump Force. Oh my God, I've been looking at so many animes, man. They got every fucking anime dude in that motherfucker. God damn it. I can't wait to play that game, bro.
Do they have Edward Elric?
I don't know who the fuck that is, bro.
Well,
but they probably got it.
I don't want it then. I don't want it.
Little homie, cuz they gotta have a little homie.
Nigga, that's a little boy right there, nigga. That's Full Metal. That's a little Full Metal homie, nigga.
I'm saying you gotta have a little homie in there.
Being in there, I don't want none of that game.
Hey, it'd be dope with him and his brothers in there. You know what I'm saying? Like a combo, like That should be dope.
I wish I could have gotten that fucking beta, bro. God, I wish I couldn't get that beta.
It's nice. It look weird, but it's a nice looking graphic. Like,
So I'm looking it up right now, and actually, Microsoft since 2003 has never won Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, Impatient did take my ass. He said Halo. I mean, COD 4 won Game of the Year in 2020.
So I'll run through the list. Right, 2003 Madden, 2004 Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, 2005 Resident Evil 4, 6 is Elder Scrolls 4. 7 is BioShock. 8 is Grand Theft Auto 4. 9 is Uncharted 2. 10 is Red Dead Redemption. 11 is Elder Scrolls 5. 12 is Walking Dead. 13 is Grand Theft Auto 5. 14 is Dragon Age. 15 is Witcher 3. 16 is Overwatch.
So all of them are
17
multi-plat, then. All of them are multi-plat.
Not all.
No, Uncharted 2. Relax. And then
Uncharted
Zelda.
2 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is only on PlayStation 2.
Ooh, got him.
No, it's on Xbox.
No, it wasn't until later. That's what it was.
Hey, Joe. Microsoft might win streaming game of the year one day.
They might
win that. Don't do that. Because you can stream Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hey, they'll probably get an award for the most bananas ate.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's some racist shit. Ain't you black, nigga? What the fuck's up with that?
Hey, monkeys ain't black. What was it? It was.
Hey, that nigga eats his bananas full with steroids, nigga. Fuck out of here.
In Europe, they call like a white race monkeys for some reason.
Hey,
I think it was
racist. You racist for equating bananas to it and shit. You was like bananas, apes, black people. That's racist. Hey, man, that's 3 steps, cuz. That's 3 steps. That's racist.
I mean, there's albino monkeys.
damn monkey.
This motherfucker just digging that racist hole. That's the albino.
How is that even being racist, nigga?
It's
I ate it, but that's nigga. Too strong. I ate it,
Fuck that fat motherfucker.
Hey, fuck you, you steroid sucking on bitch.
No, fuck you.
Why do you like? Why do you like
insults ass motherfucker?
Why do you like horses more than you like black people? Cause like you cool with horses, Kyle, but you're not cool with black people.
Nah. That's because nah. Hey, and what's his name? Lincoln Clay. My bad, man. That word bitch just slid out, nigga. My bad. I don't.
And
apologize for that.
That's just the Game Awards. I'm looking at the page where it shows all awards.
Telling them, right? Grown man, you're that grown man on it.
I did not tell nobody to say no shit like that.
So I'm looking through all the awards that ever is about gaming, period. And the only award that an Xbox game has ever won at anything, right?
Right, which was
one game. Yes. It goes that deep. There's only one game, and it is Halo 4.
Hey, but those are victories for Microsoft going all the way back to 2005 because most of them was multi-platinum.
And I'm trying to scroll back to find where I saw that earlier because I was trying to scroll through to see if there's any other one, and that was the Halo 2 in 2004 was given a Reader's Choice Game Award. I've never heard of that before. Reader's Choice. I'm sorry. Reader's Choice also gave Gears of War the award in 2006 as well. But besides from that, I'm trying to look through and I see no other Microsoft game only that does that. It's any other shit.
Nigga, that's crazy. Hey, Microsoft is paying the wrong money for the wrong game. I know them niggas paying for that award, nigga, for Halo 4.
That's gotta be more, bro. There's so many game awards. That's gotta be.
Did they put a date out for that Xbox event? Did they put a date out for that yet?
It's November, I think 11th. I think.
Don't quote me. How the fuck did Wanye get back already?
Are they gonna announce that? Are they gonna announce the Xbox SA? They're gonna announce the Xbox SA. Is that what it is? It's not gonna be green. It's gonna be green, white, and what's the Mexican flag? Green, white, and red, right? It's green, white, and red. It's still gonna be green, white, and red. It's gonna be the Xbox SA, cuz. Is that right?
Is it on like a weekend, Joe?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's on a Sunday. Actually, here I'll Google it.
Are we gonna do something on that day?
Xbox SA, every one of y'all would cop one. I got that gangster one, cuz.
Hey, are we gonna do something on that day? Thrash.
On what? What day?
The
Xbox SA.
The Microsoft thing.
For what?
Because look at Lincoln. Lincoln said for what?
Lincoln, shut your ass up.
For what?
Man, y'all gonna see us a live version of Inside Xbox. It's probably gonna be trash.
I just realized something. Lincoln, did you say you was gonna hop out like 50 minutes or some shit?
Saturday, November 10th.
What was that, Draco?
Did you just say like early before the podcast started? You could only be on for like an hour or some shit, man.
I was gonna go do some grocery shopping, but fuck it.
Yo, you was like, fuck it.
Yeah, nah. That's because his connect fell through, nigga. That's what it was.
I knew he was about to say that shit.
This motherfucker's running joke.
Hey man, this motherfucker had Uber drive up with a trunk full of food. This motherfucker don't go nowhere.
Yeah, no.
Actually, he also
only thing that stopped a nigga from eating is if his girl walk in and say, "I want some of that fruit." Nigga,
let me finish my waffles first. God damn.
Hey, y'all, before y'all leave, man, let me add.
Go ahead. No, we ain't leaving yet. That's what I was going to say. We can do our closing arguments, nigga. I forgot my girl coming. She want to go get some of that dick. She want to go get some wings.
Shit.
I mean,
We got any closing arguments?
All I'm gonna say is, like I said, man, Red Dead is good, but I have to be in the right mindset to play that shit. I can't just, you know what I'm saying? It's not a game that I'm hyped for, but sometimes for some odd reason, like I just meld into the game and I was just like be playing it, and 4 hours go by and I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. It's not that I don't. It's just certain parts of it just make me feel like I'm not playing a fucking game. I'm doing chores right now. I'm sitting here.
I'm just not having fun. I'm not having fun with it.
Diver wife over there breaking shit because he ain't.
No, that's the nigga. That's that nigga. Junior shit. He over there playing Call of Duty. That's how they got some fucking ass, stupid ass game.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Nothing else, man. Get your eyes in there, nigga. Ass niggas. I gotta spend 45 minutes, nigga, hooking this goddamn universal controller up. Nigga, I hate this fucking generation. Off, nigga.
No,
literally.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, thank y'all for coming out this big money, man. Make sure y'all go check out everybody content. Like always, y'all know I love these guys. Hey, one thing I want to say, I gotta give it up to my man. He came out, he did the grown man. See, that's what I'm talking about. The rest of you little young boys need to learn that. My man made a mistake on something, came back. You do not, and this ain't nothing towards you, Diver. I just like when I see motherfuckers, grown men, do this. Don't call no grown man no bitch or invite him to your private parts. Don't do that. Do the grown man on him. Just do the grown man. I like
about grown man shit. I don't know why you bumping Diver for. I was playing.
Grown man shit. But no. Hey, he called it.
He came back. He came back in the pie. I like that, bro. That's that's just grown man shit.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's grown man shit, bro.
No, it's cool. I mean, I didn't even hear him for starters, so it just like
it just came out, man. So that's why when I caught myself, I had to just apologize because I don't do that.
I wouldn't have done that either. Even if even if I thought a dude really was a bitch, I still would have called him. You know,
you don't go with no man like that.
No. I know. I'm trying to play this Red Dead while I'm talking, and I was in the middle of a gunfight when I was talking shit to you. So shit just came out that I usually don't say. So
it's all good, man. I don't take it personal.
No, I don't. And if anything, you get mad, I'm just saying a couple of them vials would be good.
Hey, pray for happiness, ass nigga, guys. Hey, I cheated on you, but look, I'm gonna send you a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good. But if you cheat on me, I'm gonna kill you, nigga.
Send you a couple of them balloons. You remember the old school days of balloons, cuz?
A couple of those balloon wops. I don't know what you mean. But still, nigga, get your offer in there, nigga.
Oh, thanks everybody for coming out. Get a dick. Get your free games. Peace.
Yeah, this nigga big money whispering again. Look at him.
Right.
Go ahead, video, do your thing, nigga.
That's coming out, y'all. I'm over here in a damn firefight, get my ass kicked. I got top 5 though. Fuck it. We see y'all next time.
That blackout.
Yeah,
top
blackout. Damn, I got 6. Never mind. I got fucking
Hit me up, nigga. Hit me up. I'll jump on there with you.
You need somebody to jump on him with that fuck toy ass Xbox. Go ahead, video nigga, get your shit in there, my nigga.
Motherfuckers mad.
Oh, by the way, chat, here you go. I forgot this earlier. Buy him.
Oh yeah, he dropping y'all niggas another yeah. Dropping y'all
no,
nigga, hey, it's dropping you a code for Xboxes.
No. This is part of the code for tonight. It's right there. So if motherfuckers,
oh, they already got it. Yeah, pay attention. They already got it, nigga.
You already got it? Oh shit! Hey, disregard, Dan. Disregard.
Disregard, nigga.
Hey, what was it for? What you giving the code for?
All you had to do was say it was an Xbox code. Nobody gonna turn that shit in. Crazy, nigga. JD, you still there, JD?
I am.
No.
Fuck out of here.
I wouldn't waste any Xbox codes on all the haters in here. So
it would literally be a waste because niggas is truly not fucking with it.
Hey, I'm telling you, hey. I told this dude that I was giving him some of those Xbox 800X, and when he told me he wanted them for PlayStation, that's what really killed it for him. Cause I thought that nigga was an Xbox dude with me.
Man, I got work in the morning, Josh. Man, do your outro, cuz.
Oh shit! Everybody was sitting there talking over me and shit. I'm like,
I'm saying, I usually just cut that shit off.
You know, you got to blow up the end of the conversation.
Anyway, that's how it goes. Anyway, this is Josh, your one and only Sony pony, but no fool. Thank you so much for coming out here talking about all this bullshit. Oh, hopefully we'll see you next time. This was a good show. I liked it.
Hey, Josh,
drop a like.
Josh, just for one time for me, go like that. Just do that for me.
Like who? Like Jimmy Kiss, nigga? You sound like
no, because that's
what the fuck was that?
Exactly like Jay-Z.
You want to remember your voice.
First of all,
say that.
Don't you ever do that again, Vivian.
Yeah, you saw another man to do some shit like that.
Who am I supposed to sound like?
Yeah, this is Asian Gambit. Hey, hold on, it's a meeting after this too, y'all. So don't leave yet.
Hold on, who am I supposed to sound like?
Yeah, that's all the more reason.
Can I do the outro?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do your outro, nigga. Angry ass Asian. Go ahead.
Royal Draco Gambit. We out. Good night.
That's what you would me for? Hey, y'all niggas over there. Who left? Oh,
yeah, let me go ahead and take off. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Lincoln Clay down with the Roundtable Podcast. It's all my dudes, including that fat motherfucker hating over there, because he want to look like me.
Whoa, what you got?
Hey, you want to eat like me?
But yeah, it was good. It was a good time tonight, though. Y'all make sure y'all catch us on Friday.
Word.
Yes, sir. Word to your mama, as Vinny would say. Word to your mama.
Word to your mama.
Yeah, word to the chocolate cake.
Word to the steroids, nigga.
Word to your mom. Like, you know how white people always complain to their mom and shit? Like, nigga, for no reason.
This is really good and wholesome entertainment, fellas.
Why can't we always just get along? God damn it, those niggas. That's how they talk.
I don't understand, because how can you do a white voice? You are already white. Like,
I know.
Right.
I'm a white guy that could do even a whiter voice.
I wish I could do that. I can't fake an Asian accent.
Crazy.
I can't do it.
Hey, it's crazy when you try to sound black.
Hey, you can't just say you ain't crazy.
All right, what's up with this meeting? What's up with this meeting?
Yeah,
hold on. Let me get that blind. Let me get
I gotta brush my horse. Hold on, nigga.
We got a meeting to do, you know.
Damn, I just realized Red Dead Redemption's motherfucker got motherfuckers out here playing with, you know what I'm saying, My Little Ponies and shit. Out here brushing it.
Exactly.
and I just realized how many haters motherfuckers are.
Those better not do that bullshit.
Hey, look, hey, I got my horse tail in the back braided, nigga. That nigga looks sexy.
No, that's a myth, man. I went to gym with a black guy.
Threats, we offline.
offline.
Look at these niggas. All right, y'all. Hey,
We still online for some goddamn reason.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, congratulations, Savage, once again. Congratulations, G. Nigga, welcome to the podcast up. Shout out to all the niggas who've been with us day one. Big Kid, you was there with us day one, but nigga, you been missing. So you just back in the corner, let niggas whip your ass to get you back up in the motherfucker.
Shout out to Big Kid, man. He got a new job and shit. I'm out here putting them in the hours. Shout out to
Big Kid got upgraded money.
$1, nigga. $1, nigga. Holla at me, Big Kid, cuz. All right, y'all. Holla at y'all niggas later, you bitch ass niggas. Fuck all y'all niggas, cuz. Dude.